Beyond Saltmarsh is a game played by adults and recorded for an adult audience. Sometimes we use adult language and explore adult topics. Consider yourself warned.
Hello. Hello. We are on the internet. Hi. Welcome to the Superior Adventurers Guild, folks. Hopefully you can hear me loud and clear. My name's Dave. I'll be your humble dungeon master tonight as we dive back into another episode of Beyond Saltmarsh. Before we do that, I want to pass the mic here so that the crew can introduce themselves. Say hi, guys.
Hey, what's up?
It's
Ooh, loud.
Sorry about that.
We're excited. We're excited tonight.
Going back to 98.
Hey, what's up, everybody? My name's Andy. I'm playing Rhunar Deg, 8th level now, human, dual sword wielding champion fighter, and captain of the Good Buddy. And I'm excited to be here.
I'm Kirk. I am playing Byron Hern, a 7th level rogue, 1st level fighter, Swashbuckler, variant human. I am chaotic. I am neutral. I am slightly morally questionable. Slightly.
He's really leaning into that.
Very slightly.
That's fair. Hey, it's me, Chad. I play Irin Coalbiter, dwarf monk, maker of fine crafts and metalwork, wielder of both fists, both feet, and anything in between.
Other appendages.
Yep.
I have a lot of questions after that I have no interest in knowing the answers to. I just want you to know that I have questions because also, hi, my name's Michael. I'm playing Theo, our party warlock, who finally, upon reaching 8th level, has taken a utility spell, Comprehend Languages, so he's now on par with the average starting wizard.
Not bad.
And that really says an awful lot about Theo. That's all I've got.
Not bad.
That's amazing.
Welcome to the game, guys. Before we get started, we do have a couple of announcements. Chad, why don't you kick it off, sir?
Hello, it's me again. So, in 2 weeks' time, which is February the 6th, it's like a week and a half because of it's Wednesday today. February the 6th, February the 7th, join us right here on this channel on Twitch. We will be playing Altered State, which is a cyberpunk variant for the Index Card RPG by Runehammer Games. It's going to be super fun. I'm going to be running it. The title of this miniseries is called The End of All Things, or if you want to be really weird, it is root dir/all. So it's the root of all directories.
How much programming do we need to know to play in this game, Chad?
Zero.
Okay,
Zero.
I was just.
I spent way too much time. I spent way too much time digging up DOS commands to put pithy shit in this game because I thought it was super funny.
To kill things with my mind.
Yeah,
We use
it's gonna
Python.
be fun. I'm excited to play for once, which will be really cool. I appreciate that, Chad, that you're going to run that game, and it's going to be fun. So that is on February 6th and 7th. The other announcement that we have is that Roll Your Doom. We started up this program, Roll Your Doom. Chad's been hosting it, and we've been doing demos of creativity products, I guess, tools that storytellers can use to get their creative juices flowing. So that's been really fun. There's a couple of episodes up on our YouTube channel right now, so if you want to check that out, please do. Our next episode will be on February 13th, and Chad and I will be conducting our first interview, which will be kind of interesting. So more information to come on that. We've got a couple of interviews in the pipeline for the month of February, so stay tuned for that. Things are real. We're on the internet, which is crazy to me, but here we are. I can see myself, which is bizarre. Okay. Without further ado, let's dive into a little recap from last week's episode. So in the last episode, the Deg Gang had arrived in the port city of Monmurg, which happens to be the capital of the Sea Princes. So if you're familiar with Greyhawk, these words have meaning to you. If not, hang out with us and you'll find out what happens. The port itself was buzzing with activity, ships coming and going, unloading and loading all sorts of cargo and travelers from destinations unknown. The first order of business upon disembarking was to locate a contact of theirs named Alesko Mariconia. And as you do in Dungeons & Dragons, the party made their way to a nearby tavern, happened to be named the Weary Traveler, where they gathered some information about Alesko, and they tried to identify basically how they're going to find this guy in this big city, much larger city than where they'd begun in Saltmarsh. Theo was making casual conversation with a young woman who was sitting off to the side of a larger group that was engaged in sort of a whispered and heated conversation. She mentioned a few key pieces of information, not the least of which is that there was, to some extent, a hierarchy of society that included the use of slave labor, which was something that the party hadn't really come into contact with yet, especially being in the Keeland Empire where that is frowned upon, rightly so. She also made mention of a religion that her brothers were getting into, and that there had been a series of grisly murders on the docks district, these kind of things, rumors and suggestions for possible investigation. Irin, on the other hand, was engaged with a drunk patron named Jared Talfos, who sat down with the party for a bit and suggested that if they wanted to find this Alesko Mariconia, that they look in the Merchant's Ward. Jared also provided some warning about this murder running around the docks and identified that there were a couple of different gangs that they should look out for and avoid. Eventually, the gang made their way, the Deg Gang, as we call them, made their way to the mighty stone walls of Monmurg, these 40-foot tall, ornately carved stone barriers that protected the inner sanctum of Monmurg. After a quick conversation with the town's guard, they passed through the gates and entered the Merchants District, where they saw a completely different scene, bustling economy, people dressed in stylish clothing, kind of a general sense of order and cleanliness that they hadn't experienced in the more chaotic areas of the Docks District. Eventually, they located the offices of Alesko Mariconia. They introduced themselves, presented a letter of introduction that they had received from a contact of theirs in Saltmarsh named Vincent McCallum. Alesko was a well-dressed elven man. He received the group, graciously offered to broker a deal for the sale of their cargo. He inquired a little bit into the party's plans for the future, what they had going for them, getting a little bit of information about who they were as individuals. And I believe it was Rhunar that sort of indicated that he and his companions were quote-unquote problem solvers, and this piqued Alesko's interest quite a bit, and he asked the group if they would be willing to help him with a little problem of his, a stolen shipment of rare fruits that had been brought in from Jetsam Island, which he believed had been intercepted on the docks by a rival group led by a man named Casimir Mulaman. Now, apparently, 3 of Mariconia's men who had been guarding the shipment or involved with the transport of this cargo had been killed. A 4th man, someone by the name of Tiernan Karst, had disappeared. The only lead that Alesko provided the group was that was kind of a starting point for their inquiry, a rundown tavern named the Tarpaulin that was located in an area off of the Docks District that is referred to as the Void. So with a promise to fetch top dollar for their cargo, Deg and the companions set off for the Tarpaulin, track down these rare fruits, or at least get a lead to see if they could find them. Tarpaulin, true to its name, was this ramshackle, one-story tavern perched on the water's edge, patched together with salvaged wood, driftwood, debris, covered quite literally in sun-bleached tarps from that kind of formed a makeshift roof. Inside, it was packed with diverse patronage. The party asked around, and Theo found himself engaged in a pretty awesome knife-throwing competition with a few of the locals, and he was eventually able to tease some information about this Tiernan Karst individual, and that Tiernan had just been there and was headed down to the docks for some sort of a big score on Sundry Street. So the party decided to pursue that lead, and eventually found themselves standing in front of a dimly lit warehouse with a visible sentry posted at a second-story balcony. Byron decided he'd hang back in the shadows, as he likes to do, and Irin moved forward and knocked on the door. At that point, Byron watched as the sentry on the balcony kind of pulled back into the shadows, disappearing from view as Irin, Rhunar, and Theo waited at this door. They heard footsteps approaching. It opened, and standing in front of them was this shirtless, blonde-haired dwarf, kind of ripped, stocky, couple of hand axes on his hips, looking a little bit confused at the intrusion. The dwarf kind of leaned towards him and says, "Well, who the fuck are you?" And that is, my friends, where we will pick up with tonight's session. Let's bring you guys back in here. So you guys are at the front door. This dwarf has just arrived. What would you like to do?
Yeah, I was.
Do you remember the plan, Irin? You were gonna say.
I was dealing with other things, and I was. Hang on. I have this set up because we're here. Because. What was that guy's name?
We're looking for Tiernan Karst.
So I just brought up the map so you guys can kind of see the layout. This building right here.
Who was the guy from the bar that sent
Filberto.
Filberto. That's right.
Filberto sent us.
Yeah.
All right.
But Filberto was looking for money out of Karst, so may not be happy to see him.
That's fair. Fuck it.
But we did hear about him.
Open his mouth. Theo can open his mouth.
My name's Coalbiter. I heard there might be some work here.
What you talking about, Coalbiter? Work. This is a private business. We're busy.
Well, we met some folk at the Tarpaulin, and they mentioned that if you need work, Mr. Karst might have some for you.
Tiernan Karst invited you down here. Ha! That's rich. Did you hear that, boys? He looks over his shoulder and says, "We got visitors looking for Tiernan."
So you don't have work then? A couple of rough and ready guys like us, I'm sure you have something you might need doing.
He kind of looks you up and down. "Why don't you come on in, fellas?" And he starts to back away from the door.
Dave?
Yes.
I'm wondering, am I still pretty hidden in the shadows?
Roll a stealth check for me.
What we need to do is get in the door.
An 18. Yeah, you're well hidden. His passive perception is much lower than that.
Perfect. I'm not going to reveal myself, so if they do go in, I'm probably going to hang out outside and try and get a viewpoint or a vantage point so I can see what's going on without revealing myself.
Okay. So you guys are you gonna follow this guy into the building?
I'll kind of look back at my compatriots and, I don't know, give them a knowing nod. That says, I don't know, something.
This is about to go sideways.
this could be ready. The oh fuck nod.
How could this go? How could this go wrong?
How could this go wrong?
Is he even there? We don't know, right? Right.
Right.
We haven't got a clue, but they're inviting us in, and we're following the lead.
All right. So what order would the three of you be entering?
I will. I mean, you have a map for us. I will get there. I can't see anything on the map.
It's in the upper right-hand corner.
Yep.
Oh, there we go.
Roll 20 is acting a little goofy right now, so
I will. I'll enter first.
I'll go in right behind.
I'll take up the rear.
Okay.
And if the door doesn't shut or if there's no sentry, I will enter 15 feet behind Theo. Stealthily, of course.
Okay. Let me just get you guys over on this other spot here. Bear with me.
You need like a bag of pebbles that you can throw to distract guards.
I have a bag of tricks.
Bag of knives.
Not to be confused with.
That's true. A bag of tricks. I'm gonna throw this monkey.
I'm gonna throw this hyena. That'll distract him.
Well, he's not wrong.
Good distraction.
Good God, is there a tiger in Monmurg?
All right, so we're going Irin first. Rhunar. Theo. And Byron, you are out in the shadows still.
Okay.
Running in the shadows.
So you guys, Irin, you enter into this room. Go ahead and move your token forward to the south by 1 or 2. It's up to you.
I cannot.
Oh, right. Because there's a door there. Hold on.
I have
Hold on.
barred this door. I will
Normally
grab
you
it.
would just kick it down, but we'll...
I will grab it by the head and neck and lift it off of its
Wow.
hinges.
Then throw it 100 feet.
Struggling a little bit with roll 20 right now.
Killing the murderer of
It
Monmurg.
was kind of a pain in the ass.
Yeah. All right, so
That's
you
right,
should
there
be able to
isn't- there
see
isn't-
inside now.
I can.
Okay.
Oh wait, it's that guy.
on. Okay. Hello.
Hello.
What's going on here?
Isn't that Scaren's token?
Good news.
No, it's not. No.
Okay, good.
I hope not. If he's back, we're all in trouble.
Are we though?
What the hell?
He's not locked. We're not locked in here with him. He's locked in here with us. No. Okay.
Man, things are so slow.
I guess that didn't work out.
All right, well, let me get my notes out because that ain't working. Luckily, I printed out my notes. Okay, so you walk into this entryway. You would enter what appears to be a small locker room complete with 2 sets of wooden cabinets and a long, well-worn wooden bench. Hanging inside the open cabinets are various articles of clothing, cloaks, boots, raincoats, oilskin caps. They don't have any sort of doors on these cabinets. They're just kind of open lockers. Beyond the room to the south, you see this dwarf figure, and there is an entryway that opens into a bit of a more brightly lit and much larger room. And he steps back into the side. And as you walk in, Irin, as he moves away, you see that there is an individual standing on the stairs. Let's see if I can... There we go.
Is that perhaps some kind of halfling or elf person? Token?
Yeah, the tokens lie sometimes, so don't worry too much about that. But yeah, there's a couple of individuals in this room as you walk in, and they're all kind of looking at you. And do you step further into the room?
Yeah. Are they? What is their, at least outward gender appearance?
They all look to be human, except for the dwarf, obviously, that let you in.
Okay.
Men.
Okay.
Mhm.
In that case, I will step in and say, "Gentlemen." I'll step right into the middle of the room.
Okay.
I'll walk in behind him.
How do these?
The dwarf goes
Dudes.
back and he does close the door, Byron.
Okay.
He kind of looks outside. Let's do this. He's gonna take a peek, just to kind of see if the coast is clear.
He's gonna take a look. See, will he see
If I
you?
see him doing that, I will duck into into hiding further. If I see him. Only if I see him.
I rolled a 7, so I think you're okay.
Sweet.
He does not
Byron's
see
standing
you.
right in front of him. Hey, buddy.
Smiling. Rapier drawn.
But he does close the door.
Okay.
Can't tell if that's the moon or your teeth shining.
Okay.
Exactly.
So Theo,
Um,
this dwarf is standing behind you now.
What do these guys look like? Like, I don't know. How are they dressed? How are they standing? Like posturing, that kind of stuff.
Roll an insight check.
Oh,
Theo's going to step all the way in.
I can do that. I can find my freaking character sheet. Here we go. Insight.
Nice.
Oh man, I really hope that
Tell me their deepest, darkest secrets.
roll 20
Dave.
starts to pay attention to what's going on here. Yeah, so wow, okay, a natural 20 on an insight roll. They look extremely tense. The fella right here, let's see if it'll even let me ping. No, that's a
Yep.
partial ping.
We did see it.
Okay. He has his hand on what looks to be a mace. It is unsheathed or unhooked from his belt, so he's actually holding it in his hand at his side. The fellow that is on the stairs is standing there with a toothpick in his mouth, like a piece of wood that he's kind of picking at his teeth and just looking at you and grinning. And the dwarf comes back up behind you. And he says, "So tell us what Tiernan told you then."
You're mistaken, friend. We didn't come from Tiernan, but we were told we might find him here.
As you say that, a large, bald-headed man walks out of this office, this doorway to the upper left corner of the room. And let's see here. Wow,
I'm feeling rough and ready right now.
what the heck is going on here? Give me a second.
Roll 20. Roll 20. This is right to you at roll 20.
Yeah,
Relax.
this is very
Get it together. We're having fun here.
Get some new servers.
bizarre. Yeah, really. Let me give you a little bit of an idea of what we're looking at here in the room, if I can actually get to it. There we go.
Sure.
So you enter this large warehouse space, right? And these guys are tense and staring at you. This large fellow steps out from this room behind you into the upper northwest corner. The stairway in the south east corner, that's this right here, goes up to a second-story balcony that kind of wraps around behind you, and then covers the entryway that you just came through is covered by this like a deck-in or a balcony area.
Like a mezzanine level?
Yeah, mezzanine level. Directly in front of you on the southern end of the room, you see a set of double doors. So right down there, if that's showing anything.
Right here?
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Right down there.
Okay.
And then I mentioned that the three men are staring at you from their various positions. Piles of neatly stacked shipping containers are positioned against the western wall. A passageway to the northeast is where this fellow, or northwest, excuse me, is where the fellow just came out of this obscured room. And he says, "So you're friends of Tiernan, eh? Is that what you're saying?"
I wouldn't go that far.
"They said they're looking for work, boss." "Who are you then?"
The name's Coalbiter. These are my fellows. We're new in town, and find ourselves in need of earning a little coin.
"Aye, what kind of work you're looking for? We're busy here. We've got plenty of men, as you can see.
I mean, I guess the kind of pace ultimately.
What do you say, boys? Should we do him like we did Tiernan?
You know that's not going to go the way you think it is.
Oh, so Tiernan is here. Where is he?
You'll meet him soon enough, boy. And as you ask that question, they draw their weapons, and I want everyone to roll initiative.
Yes. This is what I was waiting for. I needed something to punch real bad.
Hey, Dave, real quick, these stairs across from me,
Yes.
where do those lead to?
I just mentioned that those lead up to
That's
like
the
a
mezzanine
mezzanine
level?
area.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
And so does that... Okay.
It kind of wraps back around you, so like where you're standing is if you were to look up from exactly where you are, the mezzanine is to the right of your token, that 5-foot space between the
Okay, so
stairs,
it's just-
and then it wraps around above the entryway that you just came in.
Okay, I got it.
There was like a feat that would help me with initiative rolls.
If only
There is.
I would've taken
alertness
it.
existed.
Alert.
Oh, alert.
Yeah,
Yep,
alert feed.
there is an alert feat.
I didn't look at that one.
You probably should have.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm now
you plus
I'm now
five.
I'm now an athletics expert, so
Which is
I have
nice.
something that gives me
That's legit.
advantage on initiative. I thought
doesn't your shield?
it was my cloak. It is my shield. Nope. Yep. It is my shield.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a shield, by the way.
Yeah, I know. I'm really glad I got it.
Let's see. Do we have everybody in there? Byron, are you in there?
We do not have a
I'm
Byron.
not. I am
Byron.
outside. I wasn't sure if I should or not.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you might as
but I
well.
will.
Might as well get in there.
Oh wow, 2 natural ones. That's great.
Ouch.
I'm
Wow.
impressed.
Well, I'm outside. What do you expect?
Well, you'll be
That's
happy
fair.
to know that that actually wasn't the worst of all the initiatives, so you got that going right.
So bad.
That is. All right.
Hey, and I'm also not like I'm in the middle of the pack. That's nice.
Yeah. All right, so the bandit captain fella that just came out of this
Wow.
this
that's
room,
foreshadowing.
he pulled out his axe, and he's gonna step towards you, Theo, with a big smile on his face and saying, "I didn't know we were gonna be playing more tonight, fellas." And he's gonna swing at you.
How rude.
15 to hit.
Does not hit.
Okay. And let's see. He gets more than one attack, which is he's gonna use another 15.
Which is why bandit captains are gross.
And an 11. So he swings 3 times at you, and one of them, the last swing, just kind of swings over your head. You duck down, and it sticks into the wall a little bit, and he's like trying to jimmy it out of the wall.
Bad move.
Yep, not good for him. Let's see. This gent here in front of you, Irin, is going to do something with his mace.
I'm gonna remember
He's going to swing
some
it.
of the character options I chose early on.
He swings at
This
you
fight is-
and misses with a 12.
Yep, he does.
There we go. But he does get 2 attacks, so he's going to swing again.
8 key points.
14.
No.
Okay. So he misses.
Nope.
So far, so good. So far, as they should. Rhunar, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna go after this guy right next to me.
That you have advantage against because Theo's standing there.
That's the one.
Nice.
All right. Just fast as lightning, I'm gonna pull my scimitar and slash at him.
Okay. Oof. Yeah, that hits. Nice.
Other hand.
Yeah, that one also will hit. Not bad, not bad.
Extra attack. Here we go. Nice.
Wow. 3 massive blows from your scimitars. Unhappy dwarf. All right.
Okay, that's it for me.
Okay. That brings us to him. You just watch as the blood vessels start to pop out on his neck veins, and his face just becomes beet red. And at that same moment, Rhunar, you see this strange blue aura start to emanate from him, as you can tell he's getting angrier and angrier. And you almost, for a moment, you don't believe it, but you start to see like this, almost like a wash of electrical energy kind of just sort of wash over his body with these little sparks. And he is going to swing his...
He's a storm barbarian?
He's
I don't like the sound of that.
Dog, that's
swinging his
amazing.
maul at you.
He has a maul?
Yep.
Yes.
It's technically a Darth.
Darth Maul.
Oh,
So his first attack.
that explains why he's a dwarf. He's got no legs.
19 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
So he does 13 bludgeoning damage, 3 rage added on top of that. And then because he's got the... oh man. He's got the storm aura. It's an additional... let's see, how do I roll that? I guess it's just through here. This is going to be lightning damage. 1 lightning damage. So he bashes you with the maul, and then you just feel this zap of energy. Just kind of
tickle.
makes your hair stand on end.
Stop that. All right, so that was a total of 17.
Yep. And then he is going to swing his maul again. This one misses with an 11, however.
Yes.
So he misses you there, and just double checking something here. Oh, you know what? For that Storm Aura, make a dexterity save for me.
Oh, I don't know if I'd still have advantage.
Not for a dex save. So yeah, okay. So it's still the 1 damage. All right, cool. So that is... Yeah, that's his move. And now it comes to this guy that's up on the stairs here. This little elfin-looking human guy that is standing there, and he reaches down into...
You better not pull out a hyena.
He
I
reaches
also have a
down
bag of
into a pouch on his... Let's see. Is it a pouch? No, he says a power word, and he flashes his hand in your direction, Irin, and he is going to hit you with a magic missile. We have ourselves a deck wizard.
He's gonna die.
Dude, I was this close to taking Mage Slayer. Man, I should have taken it.
Yeah,
You have chosen poorly.
Let's see. So that is a terrible roll. Oh, it's not 1d4 though, is that? Each
+1. And you get
I
3
get 3
darts
of them,
if
yeah.
it's first level.
Yep. So first one's 3. Wow. There we go. So a total of 8 force damage from the magic missiles that blast you in the side.
Sorry, 8?
Yep. And then he is going to move up the stairs. And so he's up on...
We got a deck wizard, boys.
He's up on the balcony above you at this point. He's going to move into that position right there. That is his turn. Irin, it is your turn.
Oh man, I look at this guy. Wait, would that? So real quick, would I get an attack of opportunity against that guy?
Oh, yeah. With Sentinel?
He did. Well, no, he moved out of a threatened square. I would have gotten a sentinel attack too, but I completely forgot it. But yeah, Irin probably.
The magician.
Yeah, I think you would. Even though
Okay.
he's sort of in a 3-dimensional space. Well, yeah, go for it.
If you don't think he would,
Yeah,
that's
no, go
fine.
for it. That's
I'm
fine.
fine with it.
Yeah, do it.
Okay, I'll take it in that case.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll like punch him in the leg. Or not?
Nope, that misses. He just
Okay.
sneaks out of your way as you kick at him or punch at him.
Damn dick wizards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this guy here, I look at him, because he tried to attack me. The other guy ran away. I'm not going to chase him. And I say, listen, we've been in town literally like 6 hours. We're just trying to find some work. And I slap him in the face.
Okay. Which one is that? The guy in the corner here?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
the
a
guy-
lot of
yeah,
slap.
That's a big ass
That's a big slap.
I'm gonna use that slap to. When I slap him, I'm not gonna follow through. I'm gonna leave it there and then reach up and grab him with the other hand. So I will initiate le grapple.
Okay.
So I will use athletics. Feel free to resist with either athletics or acrobatics.
Oh.
Holy shit.
That's going to be a
I would
tough
say I
one.
dare you, but I don't think that's gonna be.
16. He is grappled.
Yes. I will. I'm gonna spend a key point and flurry my blows to. I'm gonna kind of do a little wrestling move, sort of.
Okay.
So I got him, and I'm just gonna kind of drop to my knees and just like headbutt him as he falls on, like have him fall, and I'll pull him on top of me
Nice.
and just smash him. About.
Is that a suplex? What is that?
No, a suplex is like if I grab him like belly to belly or belly to back and then flip, kind of. I'll do that later.
Great. Yeah. That's going to hit. You just crush him onto the floorboards, causing quite a ruckus.
And come on. Where is martial arts? Thank you. I would. Oh no, it's open hand. There we go. Yeah, I'm not gonna do any of. Well, yeah, I'll have him make a dexterity save, or be knocked prone,
Sure.
and then I'm gonna ground and pound, baby.
He fails with an 8.
All right. Yeah. I'm gonna just get on top of him and just smash it one more time. We're just looking for some work. Also, where's turning Karst?
Yeah.
Do I get advantage if he's prone?
Yeah, you do. So you better roll again just to see. Just to see.
There you go.
So close.
I'll
Yeah.
take it.
That will hit. That will definitely hit. This guy's looking really rough. In a matter of
Man, that felt-
6 seconds, he has gone
That
from
felt good.
cocky thug to
Punching back.
yeah. Right.
I'm just gonna look
He's
up
like a
and
floor
make-
mat at this point.
Yeah. And I'm not gonna force him to make any saves for the last one because I want to keep him where he is. And I'm just gonna look up and make like eye contact with this guy. from the full mount after just pounding this guy's face into the fucking dirt.
Looks like we got some spammers in our chat. Let's kick those guys out. We don't like spam.
I already reported them for being bots. They're not in that channel anymore.
Okay. Is there a way to get rid of their posts altogether so
You can
nobody?
get rid of their posts, but anyone who joins won't see their posts. They're only going to see posts from that point on.
Oh, sure. Got it. You bastards.
But yeah, if you right click on them, or if you click on them and then you click on the 3 dots, you can report them as bots.
Oh, good. Thank you for doing that.
Of course, already did that, so you don't have to worry about it if you don't want it.
Cool. All right, that's my action.
That's a lot. I like it. All right. Let's see. That brings us to so slow. Brings us to this fella here. The man with the top knot and the mustache. He kind of looks back and forth at you guys, and
Shake my head.
he shouts, "We're gonna need some help up here!" And he's gonna move.
Great.
It's gonna start a pile. I'm gonna just grab everybody and pile them up into one pile.
He is
That's my new
going to
tactic.
move in and attack you with his scimitar, Irin,
All right.
with advantage, because you are now flanked. Let's see what happens here. An 11, so no, that's not going to hit.
I will not, thankfully.
And a 10. So you easily bash his scimitar swings out of the way as he comes shouting at you. That brings us to Theo. Man, so far these guys are being pretty ineffective as bad guys. Come on, bad guys. What are you doing?
They could be neutral guys. We don't know. We're not judging. Well, I'm not judging. Theo, on the other hand, is definitely judging as he just looks over, makes eye contact with the bandit leader in front of him, who has his weapon stuck in the wood. And as he does, he just kind of flexes his right hand, says a word of power, and a 3-foot-long blade of sword, a blade of sword, yes. A great sword just kind of appears in his hand, and then magical energy just arcs up in blue lines up his arm, across his body, as Armor of Agathis is cast, and he's just covered in spiky ice. And as that's Theo's whole turn, he just spends the whole time keeping eye contact with this man aggressively, just like
He's got the axe in the wall, and he's kind of like pulling it out, and he just kind of looks at you and goes, and then pulls it out of the wall. All right, that brings us to Byron. You are outside in the darkness, and
All right.
you probably, roll a perception check for me.
Very good.
I
will-
assume you'd be
I'll mention-
actively perceiving things.
Yep, and I will mention that I had my shield out from last session.
Okay.
I mentioned taking it out prior to us moving, so.
Got it. Yeah, you hear some shouts from inside. You don't know that it's a fight necessarily, but you definitely hear some commotion inside.
Okay. I think my perception score should be 2 higher, actually. Or no, I'm thinking of... Never mind. I didn't put... No, I did put expertise in perception. No, I didn't. Never mind. I lied.
Okay, we'll take your word for it.
This is accurate. This is right. So I didn't hear much. I heard a little bit of something. I'm sorry, what was that?
Yeah, you
probably
heard
heard
some
slap.
raised voices, and maybe some elevated voices, but it's not like you can hear swords clanking or people going ooh, or
Right.
getting pummeled by Irin.
Are there alleys around the building?
There is a narrow alley around the building.
I'm assuming that's this side over here.
Yeah, either side.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. and begin looking on the side of the building to try and see if there are any windows, any side doors, anything like that.
Roll another stealth check for me.
Very good.
Oh. All right. As you walk by.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can I interrupt you?
Yeah.
Anyone who makes a perception check to detect me has disadvantage.
Oh, okay. Thank you for the reminder. Let me roll a couple additional rolls here. That may definitely influence things. Yep,
Yeah.
they don't see you.
Sweet.
So you get over on the side, and you do not see any sort of windows at all on this building. The only entry points that you've seen so far are on the front of the building. There's that balcony where you saw the sentry located.
Okay. And then the front door.
And the front door, which is currently closed.
I'll use a bonus at. Well, I don't know if I can. I'll use my action to reach into my bag, take out a grappling hook that I hope I actually have, which I don't actually have. I'm gonna try to climb inside the building.
Okay.
Up to that balcony.
All right. How much movement have you used so far?
I've used 30 feet, so could I use a bonus action dash climb, or do I have to climb as an action?
Yeah, you have dash as a bonus action, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll an athletics check to climb up that wall. Yeah, you're able to make it up onto the roof.
Sweet. Wow, I didn't expect that to succeed.
All right.
That's all I got.
Okay. So you're probably about on the roof. You're probably at this point 20 feet off the ground.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Okay. Sweet. All right. Let's see. That brings us back to. Oh. So, Rhunar, you hear footsteps coming down this. You happen to see that there's a stairway right behind you here. And
Clop.
yeah,
What was that?
you hear some footsteps coming. And this sneaky individual comes down and tries to stab you with his short sword.
That's not very nice.
Oof, 21 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Let's see here. Seven piercing damage. And some sneak attack damage to boot. 46. And an additional 18 piercing damage. So a total of...
That's better when I thought you said 46 damage, so we'll take it.
No, 4d6, sorry.
Jesus.
Yeah, that does sound like 46. Let's see. And then he's going to take a second attack at you with his short sword. A 24 to hit for 5 piercing damage. You don't get sneak attack more than once in a round, correct? Rogues, those of you who have played rogues.
Correct.
Correct, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a monster. It does whatever you want it to do. But multiple sneak attacks would
40.
be really mean.
So how much total was that?
An additional 5.
So
30 total. Piercing. All right, so now that brings us to...
Rhuner's looking and feeling pretty rough right now.
This bandit captain fella is going to try again. Theo, try again. That's all you can do. And with his battle axe. He does have advantage, so let me roll that again. 19 to hit for 9 slashing.
It works. He takes 20 cold damage.
Oh, snap. Your cold energy just saps onto him and he just freezes for a minute.
Oh, gosh, I fucking love
How much?
that spell
20?
so much.
20.
Holy shit. That still remains one of my favorite spells of all time. He feels that jolt and he kind of looks down at himself and he's going to swing again. He doesn't really know what happened. He's not the smartest. Well, hold on. Let me be kind to this guy. I'm going to roll a d20 just to see. Maybe he is smarter than I make him out to be. Yeah,
I suppose
he
'cause
is.
What level do you cast it at, Theo?
4th level.
That's
Ouch.
awesome.
Ouch.
That's brutal.
Yeah, it sure is. He is going to take a step away from you. So
We need to all do that.
Is he disengaged? Is he disengaging, or is he just
no,
walking away from me?
he's moving away from you.
And I would love to take this opportunity to hit him with a frickin' sword as an attack of opportunity.
All right, do it.
Oh, yes.
Wow, 23. Oh,
Yeah.
just a crippling blow. He gets to that point. He can't move anymore, right?
No.
Because of Sentinel.
Yeah, because of Sentinel. He's
Yeah.
stuck there, yeah.
So he's stuck. He's going to turn and swing at you again then with his battle axe.
Fair. Theo did warn him.
Oh no!
And he misses with the first one. And he's got a third attack. He's trying to... Oh, shit. And he rolled a natural one. So he misses twice as he's just reeling in pain.
Kind of hoping he was going to hit so then he could get killed by ice.
Yeah,
I was hoping he would hit too.
Oh,
It's why I
boy.
got rid of my shield. It's because
So, Irin, you have this guy grappled currently, correct?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Hey, real quick. Could you put some kind of icon on this person to denote that they're up on the next level?
Sure.
That's just that way. It's just easy to look and see, like maybe the wings or that. Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
Thank you.
You bet. All right, so this guy is going to... What is he going to do? He's grappled, so he can't move.
He's gonna bleed.
He's going to try to swing his mace at you. I think
All right.
he has... he's prone, so he's going to have disadvantage on his attack.
disadvantage.
So first swing with his mace, with disadvantage. A 3. The normal roll would have been a 21. And the second swing, a 7, would have been a 19. All right. So he is ineffective and still grappled. That brings us to Rhunar. Rhunar Deg.
Deg.
Deg. Rhunar Deg. Deg. Rhunar Deg.
Wow.
Hooked on a feeling. Do, do, do.
Okay, I'm gonna have to use a bonus action to try to heal myself here. 1d10 plus my fighter level.
Second wind.
Yeah.
Smart. All right.
13.
Nice.
So we got 2. Okay. Oh man. Okay, I will attack Dwarf Man.
Get that advantage, Joe.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I will not be using my offhand, though, as I just used my bonus action.
You still get your extra attack, though, just FYI. Whoa!
There we go.
16. Ouch.
That's how you do it.
Yeah, it really is. It really is how you do it. That's textbook.
Okay, I'll use my extra attack.
I think what we're seeing is what happens when Byron isn't in a fight. When Byron's in a fight, he rolls all the 20s. When Byron's not here, we roll some 20s too.
So another 12 slashing.
Yep. He takes it.
And then I'm going to use my action surge to attack
Nice.
a couple more times.
Heck yeah.
A withering barrage.
Okay. And I get 2 more attacks, right?
Correct.
Yep. A total of 2 more. So one more.
There we go.
Wow.
Are those all 19s? Except for the natural 20?
No. I have it
Let's
set up
see
to crit
here.
on 19, so it would show up as a crit.
Because I'm seeing 19 plus 5 dex plus 3 prof plus 1 magic, so it should be critting
No,
on those.
because he rolled a 17
What?
Where?
I don't know which one you're
on
talking
this
about.
last one.
This last one says 19 plus 5 plus 3 plus 1.
No. The last one?
Oh, it says
No, it says 17.
Yeah.
The 19 you're seeing is the bit of the coding logic for crit.
Yeah,
Oh, I understand. Okay.
Yeah.
I was reading it.
He
That's my
takes
bad.
he takes the 4 massive swings of your slashing scimitar, and he just scowls at you. Kind of brushes it away on the after he gets hit that 4th time. Is there anything else that you want to do or can do, Rhunar?
Shit. I'm gonna die over here.
that's what happens when you tangle with barbarians. Not that you knew that, I suppose.
It's not just the barbarian, it's Mr. Sneak Attack that did like 35 damage to me last time.
We should really
Yeah.
plan for those. Dave always has one in his group. We've got to work on that.
Anything you want to do, Rhunar, or can do, or is that the end of your turn? I think you've used your
Action.
bonus action, you've used your action surge. You can move if you want.
Yeah, I will move down here.
You're still going to be in. You're now in triple threat range.
Well, this guy's
No.
up on a higher level.
Yeah, but the guy who was next to you, Rhunar, you don't have pinned, would then also have advantage in that position.
Dave, is this spot right here above
Nope,
the stairs? Is that I
that's
can't?
right next to you. The only one that's on a different level from you guys right now is the one with the red dot.
Yeah, I know he's right next to me, but could I jump to the stairs behind him? Is what I'm asking. Or is there a roof above there?
There's a roof above there. I think it would be pretty
Okay.
tough. I'm gonna say no.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna have to sit here and get clobbered.
You could move directly under the deck wizard. That's not occupied.
I'd move out of barbarians.
There is no move you can take where you're not going to get an attack
Get
of
an
opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah. Moving here might. Yeah, it's who knows.
What do you want to do?
I'm gonna move, like he said, under the deck wizard.
Okay.
You're gonna take that attack of opportunity if he takes it.
He's going to.
It'll
Well,
end poorly
either-
for him.
Yeah,
What are you gonna do,
I'm doing
Rhunar?
it. I'm going for it.
Okay. He's going to swing.
On.
I think he missed with a 15.
Yeah.
That's a shame for him because he still took an attack attack at someone that wasn't me, and I'm threatening him. So as my reaction, I'm gonna sentinel attack that barbarian. And technically, when the attack happens, do I have advantage because technically Rhunar still there flanking?
No.
Yeah.
Runar's
that's some order of
not
operations shit
flanking
there.
anymore.
That's quite all right. Then we'll just make it a regular attack.
Just to be clear, you didn't already use a reaction this round? That was last round? Is that true?
Technically, no, it's not, because technically I used my reaction on the bandit
You did.
leaders. You're right. Never mind.
And that was at 20. Yeah.
Okay. So you'll have to hold that until some other time. All right, so Rhunar moves out of the way. This dwarf is, you see another pulse of energy from this dwarf as he turns towards Irin. And Irin, I need you to make a dex save.
Dex save.
You take an electrical charge of 5 lightning damage as it arcs from him to you. And then he is going to attack you.
That tickles.
His first attack with his maul. Let's see. He does have advantage, doesn't he?
I want to attack them so bad and can't.
A 20 for 14 bludgeoning plus 3 rage.
3 rage. Is that damage?
It is. So a total of 17 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And then his extra attack. God, it's like an advantage love fest in here. 28 for a total of 19 more bludgeoning.
Oh god damn.
He's just like crushes you twice as his main target, Rhunar, walked away. Wasn't happy that he missed. Let's see, that is his turn. Deck Wizard. Gotta love the Deck Wizard. Let's see, what are you gonna do, Deck Wizard? He's gonna move, so he's still up on the balcony. Come on. Oh no, I'm moving Rhunar.
Oh, okay, I'll move out of the way so you can, if I'm...
Rhunar sneaking around off turn.
No, that's fine. I just can't get
Oh, okay.
I can't get my token. He's gonna get right here. You can go back in that spot, Rhunar. Thank you.
you dragged me out of the building, I think.
Oh, did I? Sorry. Here you go.
I just see blackness.
Since I,
Oh my god.
can I retroactively take half damage from that lightning? Is it a save for half damage,
It is.
that lightning? Because I have evasion, and I forgot about it.
Yeah. Take only 2 damage then.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
I will do that because, oh lord, I need it now.
There we go. Too many windows open. All right, Theo, the Deck Wizard looks down at you, shimmering in your blue, icy armor, and is going to dig into his pocket, pulls out a twig, and waves it in the air, and then does one of these like that, and you see this beam of blue energy that lances out towards you. Let's see. It is the good old Witch Bolt. Which is a spell attack. Misses with an 11.
Theo just kind of ducks.
All right, that's his turn. And now we have also in the mix a sentry that came in from upstairs, who's up on the balcony level. Oh my god, I'm trying really hard to be patient with Roll20.
Thank you. You're doing a great job.
Not in my head. My head
Woosah,
is an
woosah.
entirely different place. All right, a longbow shot at you, Theo.
A longbow.
How rude.
Yeah.
Where's that coming from?
The balcony.
The sentry from out front.
A 5. First arrow just hits the ground in front of you. And the second one is a 16.
Just hits, yep.
For 10 piercing damage. Let's see then. I think that...
How's this place lit?
There are sconces that have candles and torches, various locations around, as you can see on the map. Irin, it is your turn, sir.
Okay. Man, I am not. Oof, yeah, this is less advantageous. Yeah, I think I'm gonna throw a punch over towards Zappy McZapperson.
Oh, sure. I was like, how did you know his name? Can you see the
I'm
character
guessing.
sheet?
Okay, yes. I'm guessing
That misses. Yes, sir, it does miss.
I'm gonna attempt that again.
Okay. That one also misses.
Come on.
He just kind of sidesteps your two punches.
I am going to flurry of blows and attempt that again.
That one hits.
All right.
Yeah,
sweet.
for 5 bludgeoning.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's magical, if that matters. I don't remember how the barbarian parts work, but I don't know. I would like him to make a Constitution saving throw, as I am going to attempt to stun his ass.
Okay. Stunning strike. I love it.
Because man, does this guy need to be stunned?
23.
That'll
Yeah,
succeed.
he has a +7 to his con save.
I would also then like him to make a dexterity saving throw or fall prone.
I thought you were gonna ask him to do like a little dance or something. All right.
No.
Dex save.
Yeah.
Okay. 8.
Nice. He falls prone.
Okay. Let's see. Where's it?
And
Prone.
I am going
Oh, my
to.
Me back. You bastard! You dwarven bastard!
Aren't you a dwarf?
Yes, but he's the bastard, not me.
And yeah, I'm gonna just like crush this guy that I'm on top of, that I have grappled again with my last attack. Because
I believe you have
it's pissed me
advantage.
off.
Yes. That hits.
4.
He is
4 damage.
He is at death's door. You can see his eyes kind of rolling back in his head as you squeeze him, as you put the squeeze on him.
Oh, that's not good for him. That's not good for him at all.
I just whisper in his ear, "Stay down, you son of a bitch. Stay down."
Which guy was that?
That's the guy with the fist.
The one that's grappled.
okay.
Yeah. And I. Ugh.
Have you considered patient defense?
Well,
Says Theo nonchalantly.
I have. I think Flurry of Blows is a bonus action, though, so I can't.
Well, shizzle.
That's all I got.
Okay.
Hopefully, I'll survive the round.
Okay.
Would have liked to have stunned that guy, but at least he's prone. Hopefully, for Theo to
Oh yeah.
murder outright.
All right, so this guy
This is my present
next
to
to you is going to. I think he's got a rapier, scimitar, and he has advantage.
Is this top knot guy?
And that is going
Yeah.
to miss with a 9.
I call him Mustache Man.
Yeah, he is mustachio.
Mustachio.
And with his second attack, a 21 for 4 slashing damage.
All right, all
So
right.
he lands a blow. At least he feels better about himself than he was before.
He did something.
Theo, it is now your turn.
Theo is done with this shit. He sees the guy prone.
He leaves.
The
I'm
prone
leaving.
guy. That's the prone guy. That's bad for him because I have advantage on that attack. So I'm going to take advantage of that new feat I just got this level, Great Weapon Master, and just lay in with fury.
Wow.
Okay, you do
What's
have
that give you?
advantage. Oh, what? Holy shit.
Nice.
23 points of damage?
Yep.
Yeah, you just drive your greatsword into this dwarf laying on the ground in front of you, and he just he's got the sword in his chest. He's looking up at you. He's got his axe. He's not dead, but he's pissed.
Oh, he's not dead?
No.
It's a shame because I have a second attack.
Well, it's actually a good thing because you get to use it on him.
Just do this one.
Yeah, just kind of drive it into him more.
Finish. No, I'm saying finish the loaf cut.
Finish him.
Ooh.
Does a 13 hit?
No. Somehow he bashes it out of the way as you come down and get with the second attack, and he's he is pissed off.
How rude of him.
Yeah.
So that was my action. As my bonus action, I'm going to be unhappy about that. That's
Pouting.
all I'll do for the moment. Damn it.
Pouting. Byron, you are outside on the roof.
All right. I'm gonna take a look around the roof. Do I see any skylights, access hatches, anything like that on the roof?
Roll a perception check. Nice. So you have a limited range of visibility because it is dark out, which I think you can see from your perspective. So, but no, you don't see any sort of hatches or chimneys or anything like that. No entry points that you can see from where you are. What you do see is that the roof rises from where you are to a ridge line to the south, about 20 feet away from you or so, 25 feet away from you. And then it appears to drop down on the other side towards and what you can also sort of make out now is that there you can see the stars kind of glistening off the water in the distance to the south.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's quite beautiful. I mean, it's a nice night to be out on the roof, just kind of taking in the stars.
Right. I'm vaguely familiar. The balcony that guy would have been hiding at would have been right about here-ish. Is that right?
Correct. Yep. It's just right below where you are.
Cool. I'll go ahead and sneak a couple, 10 feet over.
Okay. So you look
And
from your position right there. You look down, and you can see the arm of a hoist device.
Okay.
That's what this little protrusion is to the north.
And do I see the balcony? Is the balcony empty? Can I look over the balcony edge or the edge of the roof and see the balcony that
you can see the balcony. You don't see anybody.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go ahead and sneak myself down onto the balcony.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a stealth check for me as you sneak your way down. Wow. At some point, it sort of almost just becomes superfluous to roll, right?
I feel like, yeah.
Yeah.
All
right,
three more levels. It does.
So you are now on this level here.
Okay.
And at this point, you see from the shadows 2 additional individuals that haven't seen you yet.
Oh, I'll step out of the shadows, pull my hood down. Calmly step 5-10 feet and say, "Ahoy there."
Well, you know what I should also say is there is another person, because give me 1 second to fix this so you can actually see. There's 3 people up there. One of them I moved to the other map here. Oh my god, roll 20. Copy. Paste. Paste. Paste it. Okay, so can you see that, Byron?
Yep, a red dotted person right here.
Yeah, and I'm gonna do this too, just so that we're all on the same page. I'm gonna put, oh my god. You know when you like pan and roll 20 and it's just like, and it just keeps moving around. You're like, no, stop right there. That's perfect. I'll give these folks a dot as well. And we're gonna say that he was over here because, oh no, we don't have to do that because the deck wizard, I forgot. The deck wizard is also up there. That little bugger.
So that map portion on the right is the second floor of our building that we're in.
Correct.
Okay, just making sure.
There we go.
Oh wow, I walked right up to this guy.
Yep.
So if it's all right, I'm gonna move 5 feet away from him because I wouldn't have walked that close to him. I
Okay.
wouldn't have literally walked up to him.
And also at this point, I guess I would say, Byron, that you can tell now that there is some sort of a combat going on in the room below. So this darkened area here, let's see if I can yeah, exactly. That's below you on the floor below you.
Okay.
I'm not gonna move all the tokens over there right now, but
That's okay.
eventually what I'll do is I'll move you over to the other map.
Cool. So I can hear a commotion. I know
Yep.
there's a commotion going on.
Yep.
Would I have known that before I stepped out of the shadows?
Yes.
Okay, so if it's all right, I'd like to rewind time a little bit.
Sure.
Approach this from Byron's perspective. So hearing a commotion going on, instead of stepping out of the shadows from here, and surveying that I can see 3 people here, do any of them look like they are already engaged in combat?
Yes. This archer here is knocking an arrow, and this deck wizard in front of you has just shot a witch bolt within the last couple seconds. So they're definitely focused on what's going on below.
All right, so if I would have seen a witch bolt be shot, and knowing my friends are inside, and knowing I don't know this guy, I'm just gonna kind of like mentally flip a coin as Byron and assume these guys need to die.
What's the coin for?
The coin is pretty much just to justify his decision to kill these
Oh,
people.
I thought so. Like on one side of the coin it says they die, and on the other side it says they die.
One side says they die and the party's going to be pissed at you. The other side, it says they die, but the party's not going to be upset with you at all.
Oh, so it's almost like more of a Magic 8-Ball idea.
Yeah, it's more like, oh shit, do I do this? Do I do this? Because I know Irin's going to be pissed at me. I'm going to do it.
I mean, you're not stealing from him.
No, I'm stealing.
Yeah, right. You're not stealing, you're just killing them.
Yeah.
So, and you know,
These poor dock workers that were just minding their own business. You know, they just wanted to go home to their families, trying to make a buck.
well, from my perspective, I see.
That man's a lightning barbarian.
Who jumped us?
So yeah, it's going to be a 5-10 foot movement, sneakily stepping up behind this guy and putting my rapier. I'm just going to thread it right through the side of his head, like I'm skewering his eyeballs like they're kebab.
I love it. I mean, I don't love it. It's terrifying, but all right, do it.
Sweet.
Just the slow.
With slow
Yeah,
skewer.
it's going to be slow. I'm going to let it go in slow because I'm feeling especially vicious.
It's almost like he doesn't notice it at first, and then he just kind of looks down, and the rapier is coming out of his throat.
Like, oops.
An 18. An 18 is indeed going to hit the deck wizard for a total of 23 damage.
Fuck that deck.
It's the deck wizard? Yeah.
Yep. So let's see, 23. Ouch. Yeah, he looks like he's about ready to fall off the balcony.
While I'm skewering his eyeballs, I'm gonna lean my mouth really close to his ear, and I'm gonna go, shh.
Let it happen.
It's not weird.
That's so creepy. Anything else you'd like to do, Byron? You creepy bastard.
That's what I got.
Well, don't you have an extra attack?
If I'm dual wielding, I get a second.
Yeah, rogues don't get them unless they do a wield.
Oh, got
I'm
it.
not doing
Okay.
it.
All right. Good
Or
to
you
know.
take more levels in fighter.
Good to know. All right, that brings us to back in the other room, or the lower level, I should say. I didn't anticipate this being such a multi-leveled cluster. But anyhow, Rhunar, your pal here is...
Deck wizard?
no, the guy that's standing right next to you that just skewered you with his short sword.
Yes.
Going to...
I see where we are.
He's going to try to do that
He's
same
the-
thing.
He's the deck stabber.
Gotta have a deck wizard, deck stabber, deck clubber.
Yep, so here he goes. Uh, 19 to hit. Is that a hit?
Yeah.
7 piercing on the first one. And second attack. Another 19 for 4 piercing. So he jabs you twice, piercing through your armor into your abdomen and chest. Just grinning. A little bit of spittle dripping from his mouth. You're gonna die. Okay. Let's see. Bandit Captain just got...
Fucked.
He just got blasted a few times. He tried to get
We're at
away. He couldn't
And
get
we're at
away.
the top of
'cause-
the order now, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I think
Because-
so.
Yep, so because Theo took a swing at him as an attack of opportunity with his sentinel, so he was stopped from moving. He turned around, swung it. Okay, so he just feels like he's about to die, so he is going to continue his attack. There's no use trying to get away from this guy. He doesn't know what
Well,
you are.
that's true.
He doesn't know what you are. Let me see if I can find his character sheet.
I say he's about to die. This is when he should leave.
Yeah,
Yeah, he should really surrender now.
yeah, he's not going to. He's terrified.
Why do we always find the guys that are absolute believers and have a perfect morale?
He just rolled a 20, natural 20.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, he
For
does
17 slashing.
And takes 20 cold for his trouble.
Oh shit. Okay.
One
That
hit
is-
point left.
that
I'm
is-
back at this.
That is ridiculous. What are your hit points at? Theo?
What are Michael's hit
Down to
points at?
60. I was at 76, where my normal total is 75, but I had the temporary hit points. I had 1 temporary hit point left for Armor of Agathis, and as long as you have any temporary hit points, they take the damage.
Yeah.
So he takes a massive amount of damage, and he just turns to you and says, "Who are you?" And he sort of puts up his hand like, "Let's stop this now." That's his turn.
Yes, agreed. Let us stop this now.
Let's see. Whoops. Jumped the gun on that. So the guy that's on the ground with you that is pinned, Irin is going to try to break your grapple.
Oh. All right.
How quaint.
Who do I want to let him go? Their leader. I don't trust him.
Throw him at the leader.
Throw part of him at the leader.
Yeah, I rolled a natural 1, so he just kind of struggles ineffectually in your arms. Just, "Ooh, let me go.
You're like a fish.
Let me go." That's his turn. That brings us to Rhunar.
Alright, I'm gonna go hack and slash on this dude in front of me.
Okay.
Okay.
We could try to end it, Rhunar.
Well, what I
mean, you would have probably heard that. Maybe. It's up to you what you want to do with it.
Let him do his thing.
Yeah, but just an option.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I'm afraid of using, my turn to do that and then getting smashed again by this guy.
What would Rhunar do?
What would Rhunar do? WWRDD. What would Rhunar Deg do?
I think Rhunar would keep fighting.
Then start rolling some attacks.
All right.
You are a Marine, after all.
Oh,
Come on.
Yep, that hits.
Oh, I was fighting and eating grants.
Oof. Probably doesn't hit, does it?
That one misses.
Okay, extra attack.
That one hits. So 2 out of the 3 hit.
Yep.
Out of 3 ain't bad.
2 out of 3 ain't bad. Anything else, Rhunar Deg?
No, that's what I got right now.
Okay, so that brings us back to the nearly completely crushed, raging barbarian dwarf laying on the ground. Oh, my back hurts! And before we continue with this combat, we're going to take a little break. So let's take 15, and then we will come back and see what happens next.
We will be here.
Sweet.
All right.
Oh, we got two new users on.
Hey guys,
All right.
welcome.
What's up?
We're just getting back into this combat here, and we've got a dwarf combatant who is currently prone. His back is aching. He's been beaten and bloodied, and he is going to. What is he going to do? He is raging. He's running out of options, this guy. He's running out of options. But he is going to lash out at Irin with a tendril of arcing electrical energy. Irin, please roll a dexterity save.
Okay.
Versus 15.
Nice.
Awesome. So you only take half damage.
I will take no damage because I am
Evasion.
evasive.
Oh yeah, that's right. Evasion. Very nice.
Yeah.
All right. So it misses you. You anticipate it coming, and then he is going to step up. There we go. So he is now standing, and he is going to swing at you, Irin, with his battle axe.
That was a bad call.
Let's see, where is it? Or no, excuse me, his maul. With advantage. Because you are flanked. 23 to hit.
That'll do it. That'll just squeak in there.
For 16 bludgeoning damage.
All right.
And Theo's gonna respond by taking a sentinel attack on him.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hope you hit him.
Yeah,
Me
yeah.
too.
Yep.
That just hits.
Nice.
And
That barbarian, good lord.
just so happens that it just kills him.
Nice.
Yes.
Oh,
The
that guy was the worst.
the spark of energy that really inspired him in life is sadly gone.
Theo at that point is going to just bellow out loud, "Stand the fuck down!"
The deck wizard, who has a rapier through his eye, would like to, but he
Just randomly shooting spells.
unfortunately cannot. He does, however, attack.
He's just-
He kind of turns as best he can. He reaches behind him and fires a witch bolt at Byron.
He's like this. Ah,
This behind me.
ultimate power.
Can he not see me?
No, well, he knows you're behind him because you just stabbed him, so he is attacking
Okay.
you. With a 12 to hit, I'm assuming that misses. So he fires a witch bolt that goes past, and actually, no, he probably needs to be honest with you, he needs to make a concentration save against all that damage. So hold on a sec, he may not even have that.
Spell up.
Do you remember how much damage you did to
so-
him?
Doesn't
I
witch
did
lot.
23.
doesn't
You
witch
did
bolt only
23 damage. Okay, so
Yeah.
he is going
doesn't
to
Witch Bolt-
not have that going on anymore.
isn't
He
witch bolt
actually
only
drops that.
concentrated when you hit?
That is correct. It's a terrible spell.
concentration spell.
Right, but isn't it only if you
If you miss
attack?
with the first attack, it fails immediately.
Yeah.
It's terrible. There's a reason everybody homebrews that spell.
Oh, I love that spell. I never miss.
Well, if you never miss, it's an okay spell. But
Well,
if you
he
miss on
hit-
that first
he hit
round,
the first time he used it, so it's still.
he missed Theo.
He did?
Yeah, it went right over Theo's head. Theo ducked.
Oh, okay. So then he wouldn't have that active anymore. So
He could cast it. I mean, he could cast it as a
Yeah.
again, right?
no, he wouldn't do that.
Thanks, Theo. I dodged that spell, and now he gets to shoot
I'm
me
gonna go
again.
backwards with that one.
This is what you get for coming late to the party, bro.
You're lucky I showed up at all.
Yeah, you guys are actually.
I thought I was looking at the stars.
I love Witch Bolt. That's one of my
I
favorites.
really did.
It is
Actually,
cool. I didn't realize that. I for whatever reason I thought that it hit Theo, but you're right, it did not. He's going to instead. He's going to cast Cloud of Daggers in the space behind him.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Ginsu, baby. Ginsu.
Cloud of
So there's
Knives.
a 5 foot on each side, centered on the point you choose. So centered right behind him. Creature takes 44 damage when it enters a spell's area or on its turn when it starts there. Okay, so it doesn't actually do any damage until your next turn. There's no save for that?
There's a save.
Yeah, there's a save. I think it's
It better be a freaking save. I have 47 life. 44 is basically my total.
I don't see, in this description it says nothing about a save. So, it seems weird.
Back save. None.
Yep.
Huh.
Cloud of
Yep,
Daggers
fucking
has
A.
no
All
save.
right.
Sorry,
That is
fellas.
the
well, she says
Wow.
one called
Cloud of Daggers.
Oh.
Cloud O Daggers.
4d4, not 44.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, my
4d4.
God.
That
All right.
4d6 that he took earlier instead of the 46. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so that's his turn. That brings us to these scouts here on the upper level. Byron, they do see you at this point. And they are going to fire some shots at you with their longbows. The one on the left-hand side of the platform first. 22 to hit for 10 piercing.
I will use Uncanny Dodge to reduce that to 5.
Okay. Second arrow from that one is a 10 to hit. That one misses you, flies into the darkness. The one on the right-hand side of you fires first shot an 8, which misses you, and a 13, which I think misses as well, right?
Yep, I think Farandir just whispered into Byron's ear. Oh,
That brings us back down to Irin on the main level.
I'm gonna look up at this leader guy.
He's bleeding out in front of you his blood is just spilling out onto the floor.
Is he still conscious though? Or
He's
is he, like,
still
down?
no, he's still standing, but he's conscious, I guess, is subjective for him at this point.
Okay. I'm gonna stand up and stand this guy that I have grappled up, and just like pat him on the shoulder, and kind of look around the room and say, "Are we done here?" And I am going to use wholeness of body to regain 24 hit points.
Wow. Okay.
I will then use a key point to bonus action dodge and
Patient defense.
use my dwarven whatever it's called, resilience to. Nope.
Fortitude, maybe something like that.
Yeah. It's over here. Dwarven toughness.
Even better.
Nope, that's not it.
No.
It's feats. Feats, there it is.
Dwarven
Fortitude.
awesomeness.
It is Dwarven Fortitude. I have too many powers that start with Dwarven. To regain a 1-hit die.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
So D8 plus 2.
Nice.
Wow.
That's how you do it.
That is. Okay, so you just kind of call out and trying to diffuse the situation, essentially? Is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah, I stand this guy up. I kind of pat him on the shoulder, like, all right, buddy, you're good.
Is he still grappled, or are you letting him go?
I'm gonna let him go. I'll let him go. That dude's not gonna do shit, I don't think, because he knows if he does, he's done.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna ungrapple him. I'm just gonna let him go as I stand him up and do all of this stuff.
Okay. So he is
And
no longer
that'll be my
grappled.
turn.
All right. There we go. Get your mitts off me. All right. That brings us to Mustachio, and he just kind of looks around at his boss, who's like has his hand up like this and is bleeding out, holding his abdomen, and he's kind of looking around, and he starts to back up. He backs away from you, Irin. 5,
Okay.
10, towards this door. Let's see.
I'll let him go.
And he is going to...
Hopefully he doesn't have like a fucking bear back there.
Displacer beast, just lots of displacer beasts.
Ow.
He slides the cargo door open.
Where you going, friend?
And he doesn't leave, but he just gets back behind the rest of them, kind of taking almost cover behind his friend. And he
behind the president of the 1 hit point club.
correct. And he says, "What are we doing here, boss? What are we doing?" And that's his action, opening the door. Theo.
Theo is going to step up next to Irin because he's supporting his boy, puts his weapon to the throat of the boss and goes, "You are all going to calm the fuck down right now, or his head comes off, and the rest of your heads are going to follow." And just spreading an attack action that if they attack again, Theo is going to attack this guy.
Okay. Roll a... You can decide a persuasion or an intimidation check, whatever flavor you prefer.
Persuasion. He's trying to be reasonable here.
I don't want to kill you, and I want you to know that.
But I can.
But I will.
Okay.
I'll take a 15.
He looks pretty nervous, and he looks you in the eye, and you can just see fear in his eyes. And then he kind of looks over to his men, and he seems to be almost taking an assessment. Byron, you just successfully dodged an attack. Did you get hit?
So,
you got hit by one of the arrows, I think, didn't you?
I got like a glancing blow. I took like half damage, 5 damage.
Right.
So I'm feeling pretty good. I saw one arrow coming at me and dodged it. The rest were all badly shot. The guy in front of me, I'm going to take 44 damage because I'm standing in his cloud of knives.
That's right.
So I'll let you roll that.
What kind of knives are they, dude?
Oh, I can roll it. They're magical knives.
Yep.
Steak knives.
I'll roll it.
Butter
Ginsu,
knives?
all Ginsu.
Just 44
that's gonna
butter
be
knife
Cheese,
damage.
10.
cheese knives.
So I'll take 10 more damage.
It's just bludgeoning
Yes,
damage.
10 slashing damage.
With the heavy handles.
And I'm gonna assume I didn't hear what Theo just said.
He was pretty loud.
I wasn't trying to hear you.
It's acceptable.
I'm gonna put my rapier in this magic guy in front of me again. But this time, when I pull, so I'm gonna have pulled it out, and I'm gonna got shot a couple times to cast that spell. I'm just gonna reach up in front of his face, have my hand come up over his mouth, pinch his nose, and then just bring the rapier right into his heart.
Okay.
You are aware how long rapiers are, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be a hard stab, but I'm gonna do it for 30 damage.
You could have like an early rapier, which are far shorter than the
Holy shit.
high
I almost went in with a dagger, you know.
Does 16 hit, Dave?
16 does hit.
For 30 damage.
Yeah.
And as I carve open his heart, I want to kind of just push him over the edge of this balcony, because I'm assuming he's dead, so he's not going to be fighting on it.
He is dead.
Yeah, so I'll just drop him off the railing
not
so that all of his friends can see what happens to people who cross Rhunar Deg.
I just see this in my head.
He falls and lands right next to you, Theo, on the ground.
Flap.
It's this a moment of dark comedy as Theo has made this pronunciation of "you're all going to stop now" with his blade right at this guy's throat, and as he's pronounced that, and it's like, let's just calm down. Right behind him, out of frame, just
Bodies start falling from the sky.
Theo's just kind of pretending like you didn't see it. Just pretend like you didn't see that. Don't worry about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god. All right. I was kind of pulling for these guys to surrender to you, but
I was too, but as a bonus action.
You were not.
No. Do you see, if we kill every single one of these guys, we have a warehouse of goods that we could put on our boat and sail south with. As a bonus action, I'm going to. Well, I mean, we just loot it. I'm going to jump. I'm going to go 5 feet. I'm going to do a crazy jump up onto the railing of the balcony here, and then backflip up onto the roof and attempt to hide.
oh wow. Okay. Roll an acrobatics for me.
And then leave.
Very good.
He's not with us.
Oh,
Also, he's broken his back as he's falling off
definitely
the
not
balcony
Not
into the street
not the
below.
greatest roll. You jump up to grab the rafters of the rooftop, and they kind of slip out of your hand, and you land back down on the deck.
oh no.
And you just the next beat for Theo is just that, he's still staring at this guy after the body fell, and then just whap whap whap.
Bonus action, because I hadn't moved yet.
Reel.
Yeah, it's the bloopers.
Yep.
I'm gonna move 5 more feet, dive behind this, and attempt to conceal myself behind this giant crane thing.
Okay. Yeah, you've definitely got some cover, especially from the archer on the left side of the platform.
Sweet.
Yep. Okay. All right, that brings us to the main floor again. And the individual at the bottom of the stairs next to Rhunar kind of takes note of what's going on. Rhunar, you get the sense that for a brief second, the individual is kind of letting down a little bit of their tension as this sort of negotiation is taking place. Then all of a sudden, one of his friends that he's worked with for a number of years in the docks district just comes with a thud, lands on the main deck of the floor with its face essentially punctured, its eyes,
gaping hole.
yeah,
in his chest.
its eyes
Slap.
just skewered by this rapier, and looks back at you and says, "Why did you have to come here?" And he's going to attack you.
We just want to play Kirsten Karst.
Where's Tierson, man?
Yeah, we didn't jump them.
That's
They
true.
started it. We're finishing it.
Okay.
They picked the wrong guys.
First attack. 15 misses, I believe.
Misses.
Second attack. 24 for 8 piercing damage.
Okay.
Brings us to the...
You said eight piercing?
I did.
Okay.
That brings
sorry.
us to the
Gotta
the
take
head
'em out.
honcho guy, and he looks at you, Theo. You've got your sword to his throat still, and he says, "What? Why have you come here? What do you want?"
Tiernan Karst, we were very upfront about this.
He's downstairs. Take him.
Okay, you should run now. Run.
He is going to take off.
Theo does not take an attack of opportunity.
Take off, eh? You hoser.
He runs out the door past his friends and scurries himself down the backside of this structure. So he leaves. Let's see. This guy, Irin, you kind of let him go. He backs away too. And he dodges and ditches as fast as he can. He's not moving very fast though. And he makes it to about right here. And that brings us to Rhunar.
Oh, me again already?
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right. I'm gonna. God damn it, fucker. All right. I'm gonna hold my sword up to this guy and just be like,
You don't sound too happy.
I'm not happy. All right. I'm just gonna hold my sword up to him and tell him to drop his weapon and run. I'm gonna gut him like a fish.
Roll an intimidation check.
There you go.
You are very persuasive in your intimidation. You can see that he's sort of he's making a motion as if he's going to back away from you, but it's not his turn yet. So, anything else you want to do?
That's my action, right? So I can't like hold an action.
That was your action, yes.
Yeah. No, that's it.
Okay. Back up on the second level, Byron, you duck behind the hoist mechanism as the archers kind of move in. One of them comes this way. The other one just kind of takes one step forward, and they're both going to fire at you, having watched you kill their friend. The one on the left is going to take 2 shots. We'll say you have half cover, so that adds 2 to your armor class. So the
Sweet.
first shot is a 15. I think that misses.
That misses.
Yep. Second shot, an 11.
Also misses.
Yep. The archer on the right is going to fire 2. Same scenario. An 18.
So my AC is... I'm sorry, I had to ask this because I feel like my AC is not correct. It's going to be my light armor, which is... Oh my goodness. Plus my dex, plus my shield. So it should be 17, right?
You have to have
What's your
shield.
armor? Like, what actually armor
I
are you wearing?
use leather armor.
So it's 11,
So leather
11
armor is-
plus your dex.
Plus 4 for 15, plus my shield for 17.
Okay.
So my AC with the half cover would be 19, so 18
Yep.
misses as
So
well.
that one misses, and then the last shot, a 10 misses. Brings us
Perfect.
to Irin. Back down on the main floor.
So that guy said he's downstairs. We obviously don't know where downstairs is.
There's,
Yeah,
a
I know, I
there's
mean,
stairs right there that go down.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I thought those are upstairs for some reason. That makes sense.
I am going to. I'm gonna move over here. Are there two dudes in that room, or are they upstairs?
There are two men in this room, and they are currently cowering behind the long table that's inside this room. It's like a narrow conference room dominated by a long wooden table. There's a bunch of chairs that kind of sit haphazardly, and these two men are cowering, and you can just kind of get the sense they have this elaborately coiffed facial hair, like these really well-groomed mustaches and chin beards, fairly well dressed. They don't look like the rest of the guys that are in this place, and yeah, they're wearing soiled top coats, but underneath the top coats you can see that they have some nice clothing, and they are currently cowering and hiding. When they see you enter, they say, "Please don't hurt us.
What's your business here?"
We just want to leave."
Hopefully we can arrange that shortly. And I'm going to use just my normal action to dodge and use my dwarven power to heal a little bit more.
Dwarf power.
Mm-hmm.
Six additional.
Okay. Is that the end of your turn, Irin?
Yes.
Okay.
And I'll just kind of stand, and I'll turn my back to these guys, and kind of half turn, so I'm like, facing the bulk of the room again.
Okay. So you kind of have your back to that conference room, and you're facing the...
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
Okay, that brings us to this guy right here, who really didn't do a whole lot. Mustachio Man. He is going to also slip out the back door. And when he gets to... he catches up with his friend, and he's going to try to help his friend escape. There's a... You probably can see Theo through the doorway from your position, and you can see him kind of scrambling down a rope ladder.
Just gonna let him go.
And
Let him
it is
go.
your turn.
Can Theo see these archers up on the balcony shooting at Byron?
Roll a perception check. Yes.
You can see everything.
You
Holy
can
hell.
see well, you can see two individuals. You can see this archer here. I don't know if the ping is working.
The ping is, but it's way off the board for me, so I just know it's up there somewhere.
Yeah, there's two individuals up there that you can see. One of which is right above this guy.
Theo's gonna take a step back to get a, equivalent of a better view and just yell, "Hey, we said fucking run!" And he's going to fire Eldritch Blasts. He gets two of them when he uses it. One near each of them. He's not trying to hit them, but just like, hey, there's the ceiling near you, and there's the ceiling near you. Get the hell out of here.
Okay. Like fairly close to kind of scare him a little bit.
Yeah, just kind of a, hey, get out of here.
All right, do this. Roll the attacks, and we'll see if you hit the spots that you intend to hit.
Let's see.
And across her nose, not up it.
And this is how Byron dies.
Yeah, you
Only
both
fucker
shots
isn't friendly.
somehow
I
land,
catch both of
land
them.
on Byron. Both shots somehow hit Byron. No, okay, yeah, you successfully do that, and they you can see them looking pretty terrified.
Run, you asshole! Run.
Byron, that's brings us to your turn.
All right, so one of them just shot an arrow at me.
Two of them
I had
did.
4 arrows. I had 4 arrows shot at me, 2 from each guy. One of which would have hit me if it weren't for this beautiful crane thing. So, Byron, being Byron and angry, is going to sheath his rapier, having heard Theo, roll forward, pulling the arrow out of the area where he shot it at me, where it's stuck in like the crane thing, and I'm gonna hold it up menacingly right in this guy's face, like an inch away from his eyes, and I'm gonna say, run away, run away, run away.
Roll an intimidation check for me.
Nice.
Yeah, you watch as the archer, as a reaction, shoulders drop, and bow just kind of hanging at his side. Your intimidation seemingly worked. Anything
Nice.
else, Byron?
As a bonus action, I will put it in his heart. No, I'm kidding. I'm gonna end my turn there.
Wow.
You
As a
can't do
bonus
that as a
action?
bonus
Wow.
action. That's a full
I'm
action.
totally kidding.
All right.
Bonus action kill.
Rhunar, you watch as the combatant next to you that you intimidated starts to back down the stairs. Short sword still drawn and pointed in your direction, but in a defensive more than in an aggressive manner, and starts to back away from you and make his way down the stairs and disappears into the basement. Let's see who is still around here. So pretty much at this point, we'll say that anybody who was still alive has disappeared into the darkness, including the 3 individuals that are on the balcony with Byron. They jump off using a rope ladder off the balcony to the street below and just run away. Let's see. We'll get rid of this guy. I think that's all of them, right? Yeah. Yep. So at this point, we're out of initiative order. And you see there's 2 bodies laying on the floor. One is the dwarf. One is the deck wizard. And what would you guys like to do now?
Well, Theo's just gonna go, well, the deck wizard had to die. That's fair. They said Tiernan is in the basement. Rhunar, would you like to come with me into the basement to find Tiernan?
Sure. That guy just ran.
Yes, this is why we're both going, and we're going to go very quietly.
All right.
Or very directly.
Quickly.
Are you talking to someone in there, Rhunar? Not Rhunar. You're not Rhunar. You're Irin. Irin, you are talking to someone in there?
Yes, there's 2 very scared gentlemen in here.
Okay. Well, you want to get their story and maybe
I'll
have
take
Byron
care of
come
it.
down. Byron, come down and make sure that Irin doesn't get killed or you
I
don't
like
kill
it up
anyone else.
here.
I assume you snuck around like a crazy person. Come on, let's go downstairs, Rhunar.
Fine.
All right. Yeah, let's go downstairs.
I'll also move to wherever Irin is.
Okay, so Byron, you come back into the downstairs area.
An area I've never been before.
I'll move you down here.
You've learned so
Welcome
much
to
just
the
being
rest
here.
of the
You
building.
can see your handiwork laying there on the floor in front of you. Rhunar and Theo, you head down the stairs into the basement. Let me just drop you guys in here. Rhunar, as you come around the corner, you see what appears to be a flock of kenku that are just standing motionless in this basement storehouse. It's a dimly lit storeroom, bathed in the sense of the ocean. Double doors open leading to the south, and although there's a heavy shadow in many parts of the room, you can definitely see that beyond these Kenku, there is a man sitting in a chair along the western wall in between neatly stacked crates. And the Kenku are just kind of looking at you, saying nothing as you come down.
That was unexpected.
This is... Theo just leans over to one side and goes, "Hello, Birdman, how are you?"
One of them looks at you and says, "How are you?"
"I have had better days. We have come here because we need to talk to the man in the chair. Would you please allow us to go get the man in the chair you have over there?"
The one that spoke to you before, who seems to be the leader, says, "We leaving." And they start to head out of the open door.
"Thank you and have a lovely evening, gentlemen and gentlewomen."
And they make their way out.
Theo then just promptly looks at Rhunar and goes, "Did that actually just fucking happen?"
Holy shit.
I
I was not expecting to see... Oh my god. All right.
Yeah. Whew, yeah. Let's go talk to this man.
Give me a second here. Ugh, all right. So you walk over to this guy. He is, as you look closer, he is tied to the chair, and he is beaten and bloodied and unresponsive.
He's like unconscious.
He's unconscious. Yeah. He's roll a medicine check, Rhunar.
Right.
The best you can gather is that he's not dead.
Theo will also check for a pulse.
Okay. Why don't you go ahead and roll a medicine check then?
Better than me.
You also can identify that he is not dead. He is breathing. The breathing is labored, and he doesn't look good. They put him through the ringer, it looks like.
Okay, great. The question I have is, I've got a healer's kit. Healer's kit stabilizes someone who's dying. Is this individual stable, and therefore the healer's kit is no
stable.
use?
You can tell that he is not in need of a healer's kit.
Well, he's just in need of a healer in general.
Yeah. Maybe a spiritual healer.
We don't come with those. Theo just sighs, goes, I'll untie him while you take a look around, or do you want to untie him while I take a look around?
Either one. Let me just check.
You're the captain, is why I ask.
Yeah, why don't you untie him? I'll take a look around.
Okay, Theo's gonna start.
I'd like to look around at these crates to see if I recognize any that seal from Alesco.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll an investigation check.
All right.
There are a variety of crates in this area, and you do notice that they have different emblems and identification tags that are branded into them, whether they're numbers or letters or names. But you do make out on a couple of them that there is a shield-like brand that depicts a silhouette of 4 black ships against a horizon line on the ocean.
Okay. How many... I can't remember. How many crates did he say went missing? Did he give us a number?
It's a modest shipment. So I'm going to guess between... This is an assumption, 5 and 10.
Okay. So, but I do see his brand.
You see the brand that he showed you before, yes.
Okay. All right.
Is there any other investigation that you want to do besides the crates?
Can I go to one of them and pop it open?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I'll do that. I have a crowbar, so...
Sure, yeah. You don't need to roll for it. It's easy enough to open up. You pop open one of the crates, and there are an assortment of strange-looking fruits inside that look like star fruit, and if you've seen that before, there are some large, like almost rugby ball sized fruits that have these spikes all over them that are purple. Some of them are more of a greenish, which maybe appear to be not as, or a little bit less ripe, but there are definitely fruit.
Okay. I'm just gonna like push the top back down, like push the nails back in.
Okay.
And just tell Theo I found some fruit.
Well,
I think
that's
this
the
is the
first
fruit.
time I've been happy to hear that. Wonderful.
Some of it, anyway.
I have a beaten man. Let's close those doors. Lock them if there's a bar or anything, and then head back upstairs.
Yeah, can I do that, Dave?
Sure. Yeah. As you step over there, you kind of look outside, and what you see is a dirt floor loading bay area. The ground at your feet, you are standing on a wood floor, but it transitions to just dirt. It's hard pounded from years of traffic. And as you kind of peek your head out before closing the door shut, you can see that there's a table. Well, you may be able to see it if you just kind of poke your head like right there. There's a table right here off to the right.
Right, yeah.
And then there is, you can see also that there's a door right here, and there's a hallway that goes down this way.
Can I see where it leads?
It leads to a closed door.
Okay. All right. I'll just close this door up and see if I can secure it somehow.
Sure. You can close it
Is
in
there like a sliding bolt?
there. Yeah, there is. You can slide a leaf that closes it and locks it from the inside. Okay, let's go back up top to the main floor. Irin, let's get back to you. You're upstairs, and these two guys are cowering.
Yeah.
They've sort of
Gentlemen.
stood up at this point now. Go ahead, sorry.
I apologize if our presence has caused you trouble. Real quick though, what's your relation to those guys that were just here?
We were just here looking to do business, to purchase some cargo that came in recently. We don't have any alliance with them. We certainly don't back their aggression against you and your people. And they kind of have their hands up. We would just like to leave.
What's your name?
My name is Henrik. This is Thomas.
Thomas, are you purchasing cargo, or you need to ship stuff?
We were just here to purchase some cargo, but none of that matters. We'd be just as happy leaving with our lives.
Fair enough.
Wait, Irin.
What?
We just killed some people in a town we've never been to. These people would be good people to have on our side, and they admitted that they saw the people we killed assault us first.
Oh, absolutely. We can back you. Yeah. Absolutely. We just want to go. Yeah. We just want to go home.
Yep. I totally understand that. I want you to go home.
We don't want any trouble.
To make sure that the guards know we didn't come here to cause trouble ourselves.
Maybe we all just leave and we don't have to say anything about anything.
Maybe you help us search this place for sweet stuff, and then you help us take it back to our ship, and then we let you go for free and reward you. And I'll look at Irin.
I don't think they need to do that.
But they could help us carry stuff. Irin, they could help us carry stuff.
Look, we're not
fine.
really laborers.
We don't need to get them involved.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
If we could just leave, we're not going to say anything about anything.
I appreciate that.
We'll know if you do. You've seen what we can do.
Absolutely. We would be
worry
fools.
about it. Gentlemen, have a good day, and I'll kind of, yeah. I guess I'll let them go out this way because there's dead bodies over here.
While they're going out, I'm going to search the deck wizard's pockets.
They're going to walk out of the room with their hands up and just sort of eyes down, not making eye contact with any of you, kind of like doing this where they're sort of walking around you, Irin, and they walk past you and around you, and then they're going to go out the front door again, and they see the bodies, and they just kind of like look up, and they step over the dwarf, and they make their way out to the front door, and that's the last we see of them.
Sorry about the mess.
And they make their way out.
Irin, do you think that was a good idea?
Yep.
What if they were not who they said they were?
At this point, it doesn't matter.
What if they say that we came here and killed everyone in this warehouse in an attempt to steal shit?
I mean, aren't you worried about the same thing from the 3 guys that ran out of here with their tails between their legs?
Those guys didn't look...
Because I'm more worried about them than I am those 2 guys. Those 2 guys were merchants.
How do you
look
know?
how they were dressed.
Raggedy stuff.
No, they weren't. Those guys were well dressed. Like, I know their kind. As a craftsman, I've dealt with them before.
I don't know. I think we should have at least searched them.
They don't have anything I need.
Well, they came to purchase goods. They probably had money.
Yeah. Their money. We're not robbers.
I'm not saying we're robbers. I wouldn't have robbed them. I'm just saying.
A donation, then?
A suggested minimum donation, which I always love.
From an obvious, terrible situation.
Obviously, I think we saved them. That's good. I'm gonna look around this room.
Yeah, there's really not much that other than what I mentioned. There are some glasses of water that are untouched on the table, and it looks to you as though you interrupted some sort of a business meeting that was going on between the head honcho and these 2 merchants, supposed merchants.
You just gotta imagine the fucking stones on this guy. Like,
hang on a sec.
hang on. Let's pause this meeting real quick. I gotta go fucking whack some guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you said
Are those the stones over there on the floor?
You said the code word. The code word was Tyrn and Karst.
Right. I guess we didn't know.
Yeah, you did.
We are. Cool.
Okay, so you don't find much in there, but you do. I'm assuming you look around at some of these other crates.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm not gonna look at them intensely. I think mostly what I'm gonna do, I might eyeball them on my way by, but I want to go kind of. I don't want to step out, but I want to at least be able to like peek around and take a listen and a look-see out
the door,
out this door, and listen to whatever might be in the street or wherever this goes.
So you look out the door and you see a rear loading dock area. There's another winch and hoist mechanism that is mounted to the floorboards towards the edge of the platform. Beyond that, you can see that it looks out over the harbor. So if you zoom out a little bit, you can see that there's a dock. You can just barely see the dock from the edge of your perception.
Oh, okay. Yep.
So it's right on the waterfront. There are no boats at the dock at this point, but you can see how this is, a spot where cargo is brought in and sent out. The platform is approximately 10 feet off the ground. As you look out, you see a door to your right, which would be to your left actually, but off to the right here on the map, a closed door.
Okay. Do I hear? I'm gonna listen for signs of alarm and that kind of thing.
Roll a perception check.
That I can do. Whoops. There we go.
You listen intently, and your senses don't pick up anything that suggests alarm. You do hear sort of the normal sounds of the harbor at night. Some voices, some shouting, the waves lapping at the shoreline, but no bells or alerting noises that give you any sort of pause.
Okay.
Is there anything else that you want to do up there?
No.
Okay. In terms of
I'll just kind of keep watch.
Sure. In terms of the passing glance at the crates, without really inspecting them, they're stacked neatly. It looks as though this is whatever operation was going on here was a well-run operation. The overall space itself is clean and well kept. Albeit worn. You can see on the floor, for example, where there are definite worn spots where you can tell people have walked back and forth many, many times through the space. Let's see what else. Yeah, that's about it.
Cool. Yeah, I'll just kind of keep watch, and yeah.
Okay. Byron, anything that you want to do in that space?
So I'm gonna take the time to search the pockets of the deck wizard and the dwarf.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go ahead and just start rummaging through all of the stuff that's skewed about. Obviously, I'm gonna stay away from the 4 ships sailing on the background stuff because I know what that is.
You probably don't actually, because you're not downstairs with Theo and Rhunar, so you don't know.
Oh, so I don't even see those ones.
No, you haven't been downstairs.
Cool. So I don't even see those ones, so I'm not going to worry about those. But I do see the boxes, or at least I think these are boxes.
Yep, there's a bunch of crates along that western wall. So first of all, you search the deck wizard. The deck wizard has a quarterstaff and a dagger, components pouch, 14 silver, and 32 gold pieces.
Well, just pocket all of it.
Mm-hmm. The barbarian dwarf has a maul that has a bunch of blood on it. He has 15 gold pieces worth of coin.
I'll pocket that too.
He has roll an investigation check for me.
Ouch.
You find he has 2 hand axes, so he has those on his pouch. He has a belt pouch with the coins that I mentioned. And he has, that's about it. He doesn't have a whole lot on him.
Okay. And then, I'll just start basically crowbarring the tops off the crates.
Okay.
And just peering inside, seeing what's in them.
So there are 12 crates in this space.
Okay.
As you start to pop them open, you see that they're filled with perishable foodstuffs, a variety of different things. Some grains, some additional fruits. Roll another investigation check for me.
Okay.
Wow, nice. None of the crates have any sort of ship in brand on them. They do have some other identifying markers on the crates themselves, but they don't have what you're looking for, which is the 4-ship silhouette. That's not on these crates. However, you do find sort of stashed behind the crates 2 interesting items. One of them
Tell me more.
appears to be a rolled tapestry. Quite large, 7 feet long.
Oh my.
The other one is a box, a small box about the size of a cigar box.
Does the cigar box open?
It appears as though you could open it, yes.
I won't, but I will move it into the middle of the room so everyone can see it. But
Okay.
as for the tapestry, I'm going to open up my bag of holding and stuff it, and then I might even have to stand on it and maybe jump on it a little bit to get it into the bag of holding, but I'm going to stuff it into my bag of holding.
Okay. Yep. So you have a 7-foot long tapestry in your.
Sweet.
You can put that in your inventory, and that's the gist of what you find in this room.
Is that about the time we come back upstairs?
Yeah, you guys want to come back up?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
we were waiting. So up we go.
Okay.
And
With the guy.
yeah, with
We're
the
holding
guy.
him.
He was like, "We got the guy. We also got the crates."
Karst?
I think so, yeah. He's
Kinda just-
unconscious.
You know, nudges with his head
What?
towards the guy's chair
Why'd you guys beat him up?
because he was
We found him
angry.
like
Also,
this.
there were 6 birdmen downstairs. They just left.
They
That
just
was-
So you let the birdmen go, and then you beat the shit out of the guy we're here to.
I was very
Investigate?
angry. What happened to the merchants?
No,
we
you're
found
right.
him like this.
You're right. What am I saying, Theo?
I let him
support you.
go.
Some of Alesko's crates are downstairs, though.
Oh really?
Yeah, I checked them, and it's the fruit.
Oh man. Oh
So
hell
we got
yeah.
the goods. We got the
Oh.
men. What was up with the guys in the room? Yeah, you're on mute,
Aaron
Chad.
just let him go.
They seem they were here looking to get a deal buying stuff,
Yeah,
and then this happened.
these are probably those kind of people. Theo just kind of leans off to one side and looks out the back door that's open. Do you think we could get the ship up to there?
I bet we could at least get a rowboat up there.
You thinking what I'm thinking?
We need to
All
get
of
the
this
fruit
is
and the
ours?
guy out of here.
So what was that, Rhunar?
We need to get the fruit, at least. We need to get the fruit and the guy out of here.
So my
Right.
thought is, Byron, you get back to the ship very quickly without being seen. Get the ship the hell over here. We will make sure nothing happens here. Then we load the fruit. We load the guy. If anything else gets loaded, that happens. But
Yeah.
we should probably do it very quickly before anyone who
I
ran
am
away comes
already
back.
sprinting to the ship.
Sounds good.
That was really easy.
Dave-
Which point?
Dave, there's like a loading dock to the... Like a dock? Like a boat dock?
Back, yeah, yep,
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, you would have seen that when you popped your head back.
yeah. There's a
in that
crane.
door.
There's a crane back here in a dock, or a pier,
Right.
probably.
Mhm.
I'm going to go... I'd like to go and secure that front door we came in,
Okay.
just to be sure.
Yeah,
I'm
easy
going
enough.
to. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Theo's gonna kind of get Tiernan comfortable somewhere in a corner position. Just be like, right, we sit tight.
Let's like I'm gonna if you said there's crates, I'll start moving these crates.
Yeah, they're downstairs.
There's like 3 times as many downstairs, man. There's a lot of crates.
Yeah, there's
Well, I mean, at least the ones that were here. Whether or not we load any of the other ones, we at least need to make sure the ones we're here for get moved.
Yeah.
Let us
Right.
get the goods. Yes.
Yeah.
Are any of his crates up here? Up top here?
you spend
didn't
some
see
time
any.
looking around at this point and examining each one individually, and you do not see the same markings of the 4 ships silhouetted on the horizon line. They have different markings on them that you're not sure what they mean.
Is there an exit down below? Or are we gonna have to bring them upstairs?
There's a loading door down there actually.
Excellent.
So
Let's
we
load
can
up
go
this-
straight
yeah.
out the back.
Yeah, I'll go down and start moving stuff out to the pier.
Okay.
Using my muscles.
Theo's
gonna
going
go-
to. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, Dave, I'm gonna go roll this dwarf over and take his maul.
Okay. You now have a bloody maul.
My blood.
Yeah.
And
A
mine.
lot of it.
Yours,
And a little bit of
yours and
Irin's.
Irin's. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
Theo's
yeah,
just standing
He already
watching.
got searched. You guys
he
said?
did. Yeah, they searched
Alright.
the bodies. So at this point, you guys have time to start to move crates from that lower basement storeroom out to the loading dock to stage them for transport to your ship. And Byron is off heading to get the ship and get it into position to receive the goods. Is there anything else that you want to do in the actual space itself? There were a couple of doors that you did not, or do you just want to leave
No.
them? You're just going to leave them the way they are?
Theo wants to check them, but he's not going to do it until we've got the goods out.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm fine with just getting this stuff out as quickly and efficiently as possible.
Wait, did we search the office?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna say maybe we should search this office.
The conference room.
It's
Yeah.
just a room, empty room. Nope.
Yeah. Yeah, picture the front room when you go to the realtor and you are talking about buying a house.
No
Like
drawers.
that's what that room. No drawers. There's nothing there.
Mm-mm.
Just a pitcher of water. and some
Furniture.
flowers.
Armoires.
They don't.
Yeah,
They don't even have a
yeah.
whiteboard in this room.
Well, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
which is weird.
Dressers.
Yeah. Usually you'd expect at least a whiteboard.
Oh, well, yeah,
Once-
exactly. Yeah.
Once everything calms down and Theo's kind of taking watch, he does kind of the gears in his head start whirring, and he does start looking around for any paperwork, any identifying marks, just anything to give them a clue as to who these guys actually worked for.
There's no paperwork anywhere in this building. There's not a single piece of paper. You have the crates that have some markings on them. That would probably be the closest to what you're looking for. As you guys are carrying goods to the loading dock on the lower level, there's a table on the lower level that Rhunar saw, but the rest of you would see it too, that has a couple of half-finished bottles of wine and some glasses, where it looks like maybe the Kenku were down there sort of drinking wine and hanging out. But yeah, there's the only thing that you haven't really looked at this point are on the main floor. Irin, when you're doing the lookout thing, there's a door right here
Yep.
Yeah.
that you haven't done anything with, and then there was a hallway on the lower level. I'm just gonna drop one of you over here so you can see it. I don't know if that will help.
Yeah,
But there was
I saw it. When
there's
I was
a
down
door
there.
here, and then there's a hallway right here.
I will say, I'll say this out loud. I don't know how I feel about the possibility of getting caught with somebody else's stuff.
Right.
That's
I
why
mean,
I'd
this-
like to
this might
find
not
out
have
who
been
we
their
just
warehouse.
knocked over.
This might not have been
Like-
their warehouse.
Well, what I'm saying is, like, well, obviously we have reason to acquire this fruit, but like if something gets weird, I don't want to also have C Prince R. I don't want to have his stuff.
Yeah. The guy
You
that
know,
owns
that
this
makes
warehouse
sense.
could come here tomorrow.
Let's check these two other back rooms just to be sure there's nothing else weird in them,
I agree.
and then we'll just sit on the goods and with our Tiernan.
Yeah.
Okay. So Theo, you're gonna go investigate this room on the upper level here.
Sure, why not?
Okay. Let me open the door.
There's 10 guys in there. They're ready to attack you.
Roll initiative.
Mountain of
15,
Kenku.
15 Kenku.
Roll initiative. All right, so you slide the door open, and immediately you get this dank scent of body odor and must that seeps from this empty flophouse style barracks room. Empty bottles and soiled clothing litter the floor, with dust and filth covering almost every inch of this place. The northeast corner of the room, under a wooden bench, you notice. Let's see if I can. Are those visible to you?
I see something.
There
I see
are.
London.
I see France. Yeah, there are 2 rats underneath this bench. I don't know if I can make the other one appear. Can you see any of them?
I see one of
You
them,
can
and
see
that's
one
enough.
of them. Yeah. There are 2 rats there that seem to be fighting over a piece of fabric, maybe, or a piece of food. It's hard to say. They don't take any notice to you at all. They're just fighting.
Theo is going to blink several times, say the word of power. His eyes go blue-white, and detect magic. Just see if there's anything in this room that detect magic.
There is not.
Then Theo is just going to step back out and close the door.
Okay. Very good. You don't want to search the room?
I feel like that would involve engaging the rats. Can I search the room without engaging the rats?
Or the other rats that
I'm
you downstairs.
honestly,
The swarm.
I don't mean to encourage you to do anything. You close the door and you're already past that, so I don't mean to plant anything in your mind. That was
Quite all right.
that was unfair of me.
You
I'm sure Byron will do it
say
once
it
he
in
gets
that.
back. It's
You
okay.
did say it in that
I
DM
know,
way, though.
I know,
Are
I
you
know.
sure you don't want to
I
search
know.
the room?
But no, I'm not.
That's why I want to search it.
Don't let me, please. I shouldn't have said that. I just learned a very important lesson as a DM to not encourage exploration. Does anybody look in the downstairs room?
Yeah. Rhunar, you plopped Rhunar down there, so he got that curiosity itch.
Okay.
I'm going to go check that room out downstairs.
All right, so you slide the door open. And as you do, let's see, did it open?
Yeah, I think so.
Should be able to. I wonder why you can't see it in there.
Yeah, I can move in there, but I can't see in there.
There's probably not a light source. And
Yeah,
he
should
human.
be able to see.
Then I got nothing.
Yeah, although you do have. Hold on. I want people to be able to see in here. Hold on.
Okay.
It's one of those rooms.
Did it do anything?
I'm familiar with those rooms.
No. It didn't. Should I try just throwing a torch in there? I don't know.
No, just hold on a sec. Let me see
That
if
won't
I
do
can.
it. Oh,
Yeah, it should be.
okay. Let me get my guy in there,
Should
though.
be emitting light. I don't know. There we go. So as you look in here, it's pitch black. What little light seeps into the room from behind you illuminates enough to know that the room is packed with people. They stare back at you with unblinking eyes as they wonder what you intend to do.
What did we uncover?
I'm just gonna look at this guy in front of me and say,
He stands up and he kind of gets in a defensive position.
what are you doing in here?
He looks around at the people behind him and he says, in a very broken common, "We intend to leave. Step aside."
I'll do it.
As you step aside, you watch as 6 individuals who have a. Let me give you a little bit of a description. You probably.
That door locked?
Which door?
That door?
It was locked
Oh, okay.
from the outside.
Yeah.
As these people walk past you, Rhunar, you can see that they have this distinctive sort of olive red skin that doesn't, it's not their dress, their clothing, their style of hair, their eyes are dark. They have sort of a different look to them that you don't really recognize. And they look to be emaciated. There are 3 men and 3 women, and they make their way past you with their eyes down, except for the men sort of watch you as they pass, sort of protective of their women.
Are they wearing any kind of like manacles or
Nope,
restraints?
they don't have any restraints on, but they it doesn't look like they've been able to take very good care of themselves at this point. And as they emerge, they sort of shield their eyes from the torchlight, and they start to make their way towards the water and down onto there's a little bit of a roadway in between the docks and the loading area, and they start to disappear into the darkness. And that's the last you see of them.
I'm just gonna poke my head in this room. Is it just like nothing? Just like dirt floor?
Dirt floor. There appears to be scraps of food, half-eaten food. There's a couple of benches. There aren't even any beds in here. It appears to be a holding cell of some kind.
Yep.
Theo calls down from the platform above. I found some rats. What did you find?
Well, I think I found some people.
Oh?
I let them go.
When you say people, are you talking like...
I think they were slaves.
Oh, good then. And you just see hand comes up from over the, above the platform, and a thumbs up. Good,
Yeah,
fuck those guys.
I wasn't going to stop them. I let them go. Dave, I'd like to take the look down this hallway you said there was.
Mm-hmm. There's a door at the end of the hallway that's shut.
I'd like to go up to after seeing those people in there, I'd like to go and see if there's like, I don't know. I don't like to shut doors at this point.
Yeah, right. It is bolted from your side, but you're easily able to unbolt it and open it, and it just leads out to the alley in between this building and the next.
Okay. I'm going to shut it and bolt it again.
Okay.
And I'll just head back in and help Irin get our crates situated.
Okay.
If he's still downstairs doing that, I don't know.
Yeah, so, the time passes, and, for the sake of narrative and because it's getting late, we'll kind of fast forward a little bit. You're able to stage the cargo that you intend to take with you, which so far you've mentioned the 12 crates of rare fruits that Alesco sent you to recover. Did I say 12? Let's just double check that.
That was like 24.
Sorry, 18. There are 18 of them.
18.
Yep. So you've got the 18 crates with the stamp of the 4 ships silhouetted. You've got Tiernan. Tiernan Cost!
Yep. Tiernan fucking Cast.
Yep. And then, do you intend to take any of the additional cargo?
If I'm there, which I know I am, because I'm the one who ran to the boat. The moment I made it back to the boat, I roused everyone. I got them all ready, and I said, hey, we need to empty a warehouse as fast as possible. We need to get everything we can out. We need to load it onto the ship as quick as possible. The whole crew's going to know that we're taking more than just what they staged.
Roll a persuasion check.
I was hoping you'd say that.
13.
Oh, no.
I can't promise I was happy with the roll, but I'm glad you said that.
So the men look at you as you're rallying them this late in the evening, and they kind of look at each other, and Korga kind of steps forward and says, I know disrespect to nothing, but is this another one of your,
Another one of my what, Korga?
Where's the captain? And Fritz kind of steps in at this point and says,
to hurry up and get there.
Fritz steps in and sort of calms the tension, says, we'll get started right away. Aye, let's do this.
You will.
And they get to work, and they start readying the ship. They pull the anchor up and unfurl the sail, and they make their way over to the docks. So everybody kind of reconvenes back at the docks, and you're able to load up the 18 crates of fruits for Mr. Alesco Mariconia.
Once Byron gets there, the first thing Theo does is goes, Byron, there is a bunk room in the upstairs. There were some rats in it, but I think there may have been more. Do you want to go check?
Yep.
Go for it.
Hey,
do you want to have the guys start loading up the crates from the main floor, and we can start getting like a fire line to get the stuff from the basement?
You want to talk to the captain about that, but I believe we are just taking the fruit.
We should take a little bit more because these people sucked, and
Oh no, they were slaving assholes. You missed the fat point where we found these slaving assholes. But they are thieves who took other
Wait, they
people's
were
goods that are
slavers?
all branded. No, focus, Byron, focus for just a minute. All of these other crates have other people's marks on them. So if we get found with those boxes, suddenly we're the thieves.
Okay, so Theo, and this is going to sound really weird coming from me, so just take it as I say it. All the stuff in there is perishable food.
Is it?
All we got to do is move it into a different container or scrape the marking off the crates. And then I think if we don't want to hold on to it, let's just sneak it around town and distribute it to the poor.
Hold this thought for a second. Hold this thought. Yes. Captain Deg?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
One thing. There's a small box in the middle of the floor upstairs, right?
Oh yeah, I found that. The little cigar box thing. I haven't opened it yet. I figured we'd all be present for that.
What is that?
I win. We can open it and find out.
How about we have the boys load up the fruit to start,
Yeah.
and we go look at the cigar box.
Okay.
Yep. And then we can start a fire line to get the stuff out of the basement, and we can get a line of group.
We're gonna do whatever the captain says.
Yeah. Let's. I want to check.
Rhunar.
I want to check the boxes downstairs. Don't show Alesco's symbol on it.
Everything
Just
in
to
the
get an
basement
idea of
has
what's in
the basement has the symbol on it. So all of those boxes,
Everything.
there's 18
Okay.
in the basement. Those are all boxes of fruits.
Damn.
Yeah.
Those are all our boxes.
Right.
So, other than the stuff downstairs, it's just these boxes upstairs of food.
Yep. There are.
12 boxes of perishables.
Yep.
I think this is all those stuff. I don't think.
Are you guys gonna look at the cigar box?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's gonna open it?
Byron, will you check this thing for
I'm
traps?
gonna open it. Okay, I'll open it.
No, I mean I check it for traps. I don't
Okay.
like opening weird boxes.
So I'll put it down in the middle of the room and I'll walk around it a couple times. And then I'll take out my rapier and I'll tap it on the top of the box a couple times. And then I'll make a couple hand signals and I'll do a cartwheel. And then I'll just open the box.
Okay. Inside of it are a dozen or so turquoise animal figurines.
I'm going to shut the box. I'm going to say there's nothing in it. And I'm going to put it in my bag of holding.
We're taking it.
Do you want me to check and see if anything was cursed in there?
Nah.
You should probably do that.
Just a thought.
We'll do it later.
Meanwhile, while you guys are having this conversation, the rest of the crew is doing their jobs and loading up the rare fruit boxes into the ship's cargo hold. Was Byron? Were you?
I'll help him with that.
Okay. Byron, were you going to investigate the barracks area, or no?
Yes, with the two rats that I
There were
mentioned
two.
to me.
Yeah, there's two rats in there.
Yeah. So I will ask Theo to come with me.
I will be sure to watch.
Yep.
Okay.
And I'll go ahead and bounce into that room.
All right. So Theo stands at the door, and as you peer inside and shine some light in there with a torch or a candle or whatever you have, you can see what I described. It's there is a bench to the north of the room with two rats fighting over a scrap of food or maybe a piece of fabric or something. It's really hard to tell. They take no notice of you as you poke your head into the room.
I'll look back at Theo and I'll say, "Hey Theo, do you just hand me one of those fruit or something? Hand me some food."
Theo pulls out some jerky from his bag and just hands it to you.
All right, I'll throw it at the rats.
They immediately stop fighting over a piece of fabric and start tearing at the jerky.
All right, while they're tearing at the jerky, I'm gonna just move around them as if they're not there and investigate the room.
Theo, in the meantime, is going to use Mage Hand to pull the piece of fabric over to him just to check.
Okay. So go ahead, Byron, and roll an investigation check first. Nice. You do see that littered around this room are broken bottles, empty bottles, soiled undergarments. It stinks. It just looks like no one has ever cleaned this space. It's hard to imagine looking at these pallet beds that anybody's ever even stayed a night in here. I do need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Whew.
Okay, very nice. You can see as you look at some of the, you don't touch anything, but as you sort of poke it around, maybe with your rapier or a stick or something, that a couple of these pallets are covered in lice.
I'm gonna immediately leave the room.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna shut the door.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take out one of my pythons. I'm gonna python the door, and I'm going to start crafting a Molotov cocktail.
Okay.
Whoa.
Theo is like,
Over here.
I was considering that yet. Yes, he mentions as he looks at the piece of cloth that the rats were fighting over.
Roll a Constitution save, Theo.
Okay. Do I see Byron doing this?
You're busy, dude.
The minute you grab it or bring it to you, you can see that there are fleas on it and bugs crawling on it, and your mage hand just drops it on the floor right away, and you step back and walk away from it.
Yep, we're done. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Nothing good in that room. That's probably why I wanted you so badly to investigate it.
Yeah, I think so.
Suspicion, which is why I had to
catch that plague.
Yeah, you don't want to be bringing that back to the ship.
I'm gonna go ahead and. So we've investigated every room so far.
Yeah, so you guys have essentially done the once over of this place, really investigated it. The only thing that I really want to try to do before we wrap it up here is to conclude your conversation about what cargo you're taking, and I think it was posed to the captain of the ship to make a final decision on what cargo is being loaded. So Rhunar, why don't you go ahead and just decide if you're taking anything beyond what you came for.
We're just taking the Alesco's cargo and the box of figurines.
Can I make a case?
Captain.
I think
for the rest of it?
I think you already did, so we won't belabor it.
Okay.
Yep. So you guys, for moving the narrative forward, you are able to, in short time, with a crew that's firing on all cylinders, you're able to gather the cargo that you came to recover for Alesco and load it onto the ship, and you sail off into the darkness just as the sun is rising on the harbor of Monmurg. And we'll go ahead and end tonight's session there with you having completed your mission.
Holy hell.
Yeah.
Woo.
Nice job,
Guys,
guys.
we got that done in one session. We
I'm
completed
impressed
something
with
in
us.
one session.
And we didn't kill everybody.
That was
But we should have.
that was very mature of you. Very mature of
We've
you.
grown. Yeah.
It was.
No, we should have killed everyone.
Oh,
Bunch of slavers? Are
from
you
a-
kidding me?
from a
I'm not gonna
tactical
lie, Rue,
viewpoint, you're
I'm not gonna lie.
correct.
Been able to kill everyone.
It took a lot of restraint to not kill that guy.
Unless you were able to follow them home after they killed the three of us and killed them by yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
mean,
we had them.
We did not have.
I don't think so.
They were
Hern's
more
down.
scared of us than we were of them.
If fear doesn't matter if we're just doing a slugfest, and if it had stayed a slugfest, we would not have lived.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys used
You're probably
you
right.
guys used the tactic of wit and persuasion to probably save your lives. I mean, you guys don't have a healer.
No.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
even if we
yeah,
had
yeah.
a
I'm
healer,
down.
they wouldn't have been able to put out enough healing to take care of that.
Yeah, right.
That was a
I'm
lot
down,
of
I'm
damage
down to a third of my hit points.
Yeah.
Like,
That barbarian.
within one round.
That
Because that
barbarian
combat
was
lasted
fucking
about 3
brutal.
rounds.
Yeah.
if I stayed between that barbarian and that rogue dude getting sneak attack on me, like with advantage, like
Yeah, we
I
probably
wouldn't
should
have
have.
lasted 2 more hits if I
We
didn't.
probably could have like tried to move around a little bit better.
Yeah. We were kind of
You
like
guys
I
were
thought we
boxed
were in a
in.
good spot. Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
we were in a good spot, and then like things developed, and I was like, "Oh shit, no, we're not in a good spot."
The tactical part on that map for me was that I had 2 entry points where additional combatants could enter the room and would, and then I had that whole balcony with those archers.
Yeah.
Hmm.
How many were
Yeah.
up there? 2 or 3?
There were 2 archers and another guy that never really did anything, so I kind of forgot about him.
We're okay with that.
Yeah,
Plus the deck wizard.
plus
And
the
the
deck
deck wizard
wizard.
ran up there.
Yeah.
Oh my god! So there was 4 dudes.
And then
up
there was
there?
a gang of Kenku in the basement that were just kind of waiting
Yeah.
to see what happened.
Yeah.
God.
So
When I saw those guys downstairs,
Yeah, the Kenku were a. Oof, yes, this
was
is a
like,
very good
"Whoa."
call.
yeah,
The
my plan with the Kenku was if one of you went down, they would call the Kenku up to help finish you guys off. That was kind of how I was kind of waiting to see that was going to be the trigger for me.
so if
So-
one person went down, it'd
You
be
were going to TPK us if one of us went down.
If one of you went down, there were going to be 6 Kenku that stormed into the room.
So you were either guaranteeing that one person was dead, or you were going to kill us all.
It was possible.
you're-
I mean, it's always
you're-
possible.
You're a savage, man. That's wild. I love it. I love it.
To be fair, we
I am less
Like,
enthused to hear
really
this.
strong.
You guys are
Really strong.
you guys are super tough. I mean,
We
Well, you're not supposed to kill us. You know that,
Dude.
right?
dude.
We
that,
brutalized.
that rogue and that barbarian reduced like 60% of my hit points in 1 round.
yeah, that's true. I don't see my role
Like-
as killing you
Yeah.
necessarily as it is giving you a challenge that you have to
Yeah,
think
no,
a
it
little bit
definitely-
about.
that
Yeah.
barbarian was brutal.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like that guy. He was a storm
What's
herald.
the damage on a
It was
mall?
a sack of hit points.
2d6 plus
2d6.
modifiers.
Yeah,
But those guys kept landing like 20 plus hit attack rolls on me,
yeah,
Yeah.
you were taking the brunt of the damage. Well, you're in
which
too.
is fine. I should be,
Yeah,
but all of a sudden I was like hitting the 30s, and I was like, "Fuck! I gotta get out of here."
Yeah, that was a. If we had to do any other combat in the day, we'd have been screwed.
Yeah, but then like Irin like crunched him, so
That was fucking epic.
That was
I
epic,
honestly,
yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't care how that combat would have gone. Like that opening round was fucking glorious.
Mhm.
I was freaking out, like trying to figure out what I do, and then next thing I know, I realized you had him like on the ground,
That was
like
oh
prone
man.
or whatever. Yeah.
So for my advantage for this level, I took a feat, and I took skilled expert or whatever it's called, which gave me
Expertise or whatever.
no, it's like skilled expert. I think it's called, and yeah, skill expert, and it gives you a new skill,
Mhm.
and it lets you take expertise in a skill you already have, and it gives you a
Which is
stat bump.
double your proficiency. or whatever.
Proficiency. So I became proficient in perception, and
Oh.
I expertised athletics, and took a dex bump, so I have a 17 dex now. And so my athletics roll is 8. That's worth it. It's worth it's
real nice.
I love it.
That's
real
real
awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, that was super cool.
8th level is a good
Looking
level
at
for
some
you guys.
stuff. Yeah, looking at some stuff. Rhunar, have you looked at dual wielder?
Well, here's the thing. That's my fighting style. But
No.
But the feat is way better than the actual fighting
The
style.
feat's amazing.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
You should think about that as a feat.
Yeah. It's a little late now. I picked a different feat.
I mean, you'll have other levels theoretically.
Yeah, every time you take
you get more feats than anybody else.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, here's the thing. Right now I took a feat at 8th, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can't possibly take another feat until like 12th level. So.
Oh, okay. That's the next one you get.
Yeah.
Every 4 levels.
Because of the way it's. No, normally it was like every 2.
But there's a little bit of a gap.
Now that I got to 8, there's like a gap.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
So I get other shit, but
right.
So I took a sharpshooter.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if that was the greatest idea,
Do
but
you want to maybe talk to the DM about changing that?
That's a weird choice, man.
Well, I had some rationale with that.
Where are you going with it? What's your thought? What makes it cool for you?
Okay, well, outside of the game, I'm changing him to Battle Master per the rules of Tasha's as of 8th level.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So you're So are you a battle master now?
No.
Right now, like per the game, like just for the game flow, we're not doing that right now. So I played this game as champion, but I'm going to be switching my subclass to battle master, and there were specific reasons I wanted to take something like sharpshooter.
Sharpshooter makes so much more sense now. Yeah, never mind. I take back everything I said. I apologize.
And I'm super dexy, and I just figured at least for being on the ship, it'd be nice for if we ever get raided. And, you know, I'm pretty good with a bow. I should be using it a lot more than I am now, but it just seems like every encounter we've been in lately has been just like in your face, like things blow up.
You guys don't really have
tends to get in your face.
Yeah, you guys don't really have a ranged other than Eldritch Blast.
And Eldritch Blast is okay. It's not great. It's not the worst, but it's not the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But my rationale was using sharpshooter in combination with precision attack.
Yeah.
No. Well, just the fact that you're a battle master, and as you level, you'll pick up more maneuvers, and a lot of them work really well with Archer.
Yeah. So, you know, there was some rationale there, but
Nice.
I mean,
That makes everything make a lot of sense. Okay.
Well, let's do this. Let's say goodbye to whoever. If there's anybody still watching the stream, we'll go ahead and end the stream now. Thanks for watching, guys.
Still 2 people. Thank you.
Those two people, we appreciate it. Thank you for sticking around.
One of them's definitely me.
One of us.
You have an extra account?
No, it's Kirk Bob.
No, there's 2 other people here.
Hello, 2 other people. Who are they, Chad? Let's call them out. Do we have their?
So now it's weird because now I refresh the chat and I see a lot more people in chat.
Okay,
so
everybody who's here,
chat, totally.
Everybody, all of those people that are here, thank you so much for watching. We really, really, really appreciate it. Please subscribe or follow our channel, and check out our upcoming Roll Your Doom episodes that are on February 13th. We're going to be doing some cool interviews. We'll have some more Beyond Saltmarsh stuff coming up. We've got Altered States coming up in February on the 6th and 7th. Lots of great content coming your way, so thank you so much. Please come back. We really appreciate it. We're going to say goodbye now. Take it easy, guys. Bye-bye. How do we do this now?